Radio, bring you the best that sports has to offer. This week, I'll be doing a recap of the Arizona-Houston football game this past Saturday. Unfortunately, it was another tough loss for the Arizona Wildcats. Just like with their loss at BYU, the Wildcats lost to the Cougars 31-28 on a last-minute field goal by the Houston Cougars. Unfortunately, we were all hoping, especially us here at University of Arizona, especially me, was hoping that Arizona would bounce back after their devastating loss to BYU last week, and we were hoping that they would bounce back against Houston. Sadly, though, despite putting up great offensive numbers and keeping the game very close against Houston, who also is still undefeated, unfortunately, it just wasn't enough as Arizona suffered their second straight loss this season, and it was truly devastating. I mean, I sincerely thought that Arizona had a legitimate chance against Houston, and they kept it very close all the way to the end. But alas, Arizona did not perform that well, and when it really mattered, and unfortunately, that cost them the game. And a lot of people are concerned now that Arizona, for the second straight year, will not be eligible for a bowl game if they continue on this current losing streak. We're all still remaining hopeful that Arizona will hopefully bounce back from these two losses and will hopefully get back on track to getting to 6 wins and hopefully getting to a bowl game. The Arizona Wildcats need at least 6 games in order to win, in order to make a bowl game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you next time.
Hola a todos los directivos e entrenadores de las escuelas. Soy Vince Delicio. Les presento Viva Varsity, nuestra transmisión en español del programa Varsity Sports Show. Viva Varsity acerca a las familias y aficionados hispanohablantes a la emoción de los deportes universitarios. Podemos transmitir sus deportes favoritos en español. Desde entrevistas hasta la acción en el campo, Viva Varsity conectará con sus aficionados de una manera que fortalecerá los lazos comunitarios. Disfrutan de sus deportes favoritos en español. Pidan Viva Varsity.
Hi everyone, I'm Abigail Hardy, a Cronkite student with the Varsity Sports Show this fall semester. I know football season is almost over, but I thought I would do a little tutorial on what the refs and the white hats mean when they're pulling those penalty flags. I'm only going to share a couple. There are multiple, but I'm getting my resources from the NFJS football regulations. Timeout. Up here and out. Here, out. Timeout. False start. False start. Delay of game. Delay of game. Encroachment. Encroachment. Personal foul. Personal foul. Holding. Holding. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. Safety. Safety. We must all know this one. Touchdown or extra point. And lastly, if they are disregarding the flag, they're going to wave it in there. Disregard flag. These are just a few penalties. There are many more, but I hope this helps and enjoy the rest of your game. I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show.
A man who was known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great, whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified himself as an NFL great. As of recently, Briggs has begun a new football journey, this time back where he played college ball in the state of Arizona. He has taken a new job as the varsity linebackers coach under head coach Chris McDonald's staff at Basha High School. In 2024, Briggs had the chance to coach his son, Lance Briggs Jr., at Basha. This season, coaching the linebackers, they've seen a lot of success. As the number one team in the state of Arizona, Basha's 7-0 start includes great play from the linebackers. One of the best players on the team has been Dante Bruley. He has 10.5 sacks and 21 tackles for loss through 7 games. Basha's in a good place with Briggs coaching the linebackers. They will continue to succeed defensively with him there. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the fourth quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Temple movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fike out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a Viva Varsity. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez, reportándole a ustedes sobre uno de los segmentos más importantes sobre el rendimiento de los atletas y la inversión que ellos tienen que hacer para competir al nivel élite. Uno de los aspectos más fundamentales que distinguen a los atletas de alto rendimiento y los mantienen a un nivel élite es la inversión constante en su bienestar integral. Detrás de cada atleta exitoso hay un equipo de profesionales que contribuyen de manera decisiva a su rendimiento y el desarrollo muscular. Los entrenadores personales que ajustan los programas de ejercicio según las necesidades físicas y los objetivos específicos. Los terapeutas de masaje encargados de prevenir lesiones, aliviar tensiones y mejorar la circulación. Y los entrenadores mentales o psicológicos deportivos que ayudan a fortalecer la concentración, la resiliencia y la estabilidad emocional. Este conjunto de apoyo no solo impulsa el rendimiento físico, sino también el equilibrio mental y emocional. En tu idioma, muchísimas gracias por sintonizar a Viva Varsity. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez y hasta la próxima con más segmentos del deporte.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They start now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 298 passing yards, and 404 games. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the fourth quarter to win its first game since November November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28-21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26-20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24-20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half, 17 points in the third quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
I'm Greg Graves with the Varsity Sports Show, and Arizona's biggest rivalry is shaping up to be a big game this upcoming fall. Both teams with Big 12 championship implications on the line, and both teams hoping to secure a spot in this year's college football playoff.
Few matchups in college football run deeper than this. Arizona State, Arizona, the duel in the desert, a rivalry built on passion, pride, and of course, sport. It kicked off in 1899 when Tempe Normal School, now ASU, defeated Arizona 11-2 in Tucson, introducing what would become the oldest rivalry trophy in college football, the Territorial Cup. It leads the all-time football series 51-47 and holds the biggest win, a 67-0 blowout in 1946, when in 2020 ASU fired back with a 70-7 win in Tucson, and in 2024 a championship-securing 49-7 win. More than just a game of football and sport, it's a culture war. From Painted A mountains to packed student sections, every fall, every spring, bragging rights split families, friends, and the state. Now, with both teams in the Big 12, the stakes are higher than ever. This year's game on November 8th, 2025, could decide either team's fate for a ticket to the Big 12 championship. Rivalries come and go, but this one defines Arizona. And in 2025, football's fiercest desert battle could shape the entire Big 12 landscape. For the Varsity Sports Show, where Arizona rivalry lives, I'm Greg Graves reporting.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince DeLisio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
After a close win for the Arizona Lutheran Academy Coyotes last Friday night, taking the 19-12 victory against Parker High School, there's a high possibility that these two teams could make a splash in the playoffs. This was a key matchup for the 2A Metro 2 division, especially as both teams went into the game with only one loss and undefeated records in the region. Coaches on both sides created heavy run-focused offenses, a strategy that has proven profitable all season and could benefit both programs as the postseason approaches. Parker and ALA have developed strong physical defenses that consistently limited big plays, showing why both teams are legitimate playoff contenders. Now for Parker, the narrow loss serves as a motivation heading into their 2A region crossover matchup against the Camp Verde Cowboys this Friday at 7 p.m. on their home field. Both teams are looking to bounce back after tough losses, but their track records speak for themselves. Each squad has dominated most of its schedule with commanding victories. Meanwhile, the Arizona Lutheran Coyotes will stay at home for their own region crossover game, taking on the Scottsdale Christian Eagles at 7 p.m. The Coyotes have built a formidable home reputation, entering and poise in tight matchups, all traits that could carry them deep into November. With the playoffs fast approaching, every drive, every tackle, and every fourth quarter stand will matter. Expect both sidelines to bring intensity as these 2A powerhouses look to make their final statements before the postseason begins. I'm Jenny McDermott reporting for Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, Varsity Sports. I'm Tomas Perez from Arizona State University here with head coach Steve Campbell. How are you doing, Coach?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So you guys are 5-2. Where's the mindset tonight on this field?
It's just got to be on this game, on this moment. It's a big night for our boys, being senior night, and if we take care of business, this is not our last time playing on this field, but we got to take care of business today and moving forward. That doesn't matter who we're playing or what. We got to always prepare our way and do what we've got to do, right? So it doesn't matter whether we're playing Saguaro or Bash or Boulder Creek. We're going to approach the game and the week the same way.
Lastly, what is your last message to your team before kickoff tonight?
It's always the same thing. Leave it all on the field, right? You got to play the game with passion. You got to play the game with love, and you do that at the most intense rate you can. You'll be perfectly fine.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck on senior night. I'm Tomas Perez of Varsity Sports. Hello, Varsity Sports. Sean Tomas Perez, Arizona State University, here with Saguaro head coach Darius Kelly. How are you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So, where's the mindset tonight on the field?
No, I mean, we had a chance to get a reset last week at our bye week. You know, we reset a lot of things mentally and just got back to focusing on the little things again as far as winning the football game. And I think we're going to do a good job tonight. No changes, running on and off the field, and just making sure our guys aren't confused in the situation in football.
So you guys are having a pretty tough season this year. So what has been the main focus? What progress have you seen for the players throughout this whole season?
They've been fighting. I mean, they haven't given up. You know, we feel like we still got a chance to finish out this season strong. Still got an opportunity to finish out 500. I mean, last time we did that, we won a 6A state championship. So we're excited for the opportunity.
So you talk a lot about guys. So can you elaborate more on that? What does it mean for you? What does it mean for the team? What does it mean tonight on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. I mean, we actually do this a lot for our alumni, and a lot of things we do, the traditions out here at Saguaro. You know, so every day we step out on that field, I mean, we're doing it for something. And I'll tell these guys all the time to lean into their why and why they're doing something, and that's a big deal. And it's not just about championships at the end of the day, but it's about taking the steps to be a champion every single day on and off the field. And those are the type of things we talk about in our program. And we just make sure our guys buy into that and understand that, you know, the championships are won not just on the field, but off the field. And you got to take the steps to do that, and it's got to show up on a Friday night, and we're excited for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Coach. I'm Tomas Perez, Arizona State University.
Welcome to another night of Friday Night Lights here all the way in Williams Field High School, playing Saguaro High School tonight. I'm Carmen Liberto, your play-by-play person tonight. I'm here with Heaven Cook for color. Heaven, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Got a nice little breeze going.
Definitely. Now, how do you think this matchup is going to be tonight? We've got two really good teams.
Definitely. We got two great teams, and on top of that is also Williams senior night. So you already know they have home court advantage, and it's their senior night. They're going to want to go out with a bang.
Absolutely. And as I can see from the student section, they are absolutely hyped over there. They've got a megaphone. They are ready to watch their team play for senior night tonight.
No, 100%, no doubt. They're over there representing Breast Cancer Awareness Night. They got their families in the section, reserved seatings. They're all prepared for tonight's game.
Absolutely. Now, Williams Field is coming off of a win last week against Shadow Ridge. What each team is going to bring to the table. Both very defensive teams tonight.
And Williamsfield is actually doing really good this season. They're 5-2.
Absolutely. Great schedule for them. And then, unfortunately for Saguaro, they are 2-5 right now, looking for another win.
I feel like if this team is able to just keep competing the way that they've been competing these last couple of weeks for their games, they have no doubt then to finish off their record, maybe going half and half.
Absolutely. Looking at some stuff, some stats, Saguaro, when they start out pretty strong, they have a pretty good record of, finishing the way they started out. But they've had some pretty bad luck the last couple weeks, coming up just a little short. Score last week was 40-37 against O'Connor.
Something that I do think that Saguaro might take this as just a learning. I definitely do think that they're going to prepare for next year, to come back maybe 10 times better, because we all know Saguaro is a well-known high school who's won multiple championships and who's been to the playoffs back-to-back. So despite following years.
100%. Every season is going to be a new one for them. We'll be very excited to seeing what they will come up with. Right now on the field, we've got both teams preparing for the game. Williams Field was just doing a little dance on the sidelines, which is nice to see.
Told you, they're trying to get hype right now. They got the cheerleaders with the pom-poms.
Absolutely. It's senior night. Who wouldn't want to be going all out for their senior night?
We got parents blowing the bullhorns. This is going to be a very interesting and loud game.
Definitely.
I can tell you that.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, if you hear a bunch of horns on our broadcast, do not be alarmed. It is just from the Williams Field crowd.
Yes, because we are sitting directly right next to them.
Definitely.
How's your night going so far?
You know, it's good. You know, it started out, it was a pretty rough drive up here, not going to lie. But now that I'm here, we've got the sun down, not in our face, and we are about to start a great game. We're about to prepare for kickoff right now.
Oh, they're getting the student section to stand up.
Okay. Might have to sit up just a little bit just so I can see the field. We are just about to start kickoff right there with some horns in the background.
Got some cowbells going. This is going to be an interesting game.
Absolutely.
And right now, I'm loving the energy, and I can't wait to see how the rest of this game is about to go.
Definitely. I'm very excited to see how each team is going to start out this game. I think it also might be homecoming night for Williams Field. I saw some sashes. Could be wrong. And here it goes for the kickoff. Looks like we've got, sorry, could not catch. Believe that was number 28 right there for Williams Field. Trey Prince running the ball to just about the 25-yard line.
Right on a run.
Definitely. They really want to come out hard tonight with their defensive as they've been performing. Here's a snap. We've just got the pass and an immediate stop from Saguaro.
That right there was a catch by Nolan Tyler, number 4 for Williams Field. That was an impressive catch right there.
Definitely. Saguaro coming out with their
the ball, I want to say at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 31-yard line.
Williams is definitely trying to make a move. They're trying to gain on every single yardage that they can.
Absolutely. Here we are preparing for the snap right there. Handoff right there to, looks like we've got a loss on the play right there from number 26 right there for Williams Field. That would be.
That is Corshawn Hill. It's unfortunate to see that they weren't able to gain anything on that yardage, but hopefully their next play right now they can make something shake, knowing that it's third down.
Absolutely, Heaven. You know, could have been a little loss of a communication right there for Williams Field. We are preparing for the snap once again. We are in the backfield, and just short of looking, that pass was to number 4, Nolan Tyler, but just came up a little bit short.
It sucks to see their quarterback, Dominic, not able to complete that pass. I did see the look that he wanted to get, but unfortunately was just a tad bit short on that conversion, on that connection right there.
Definitely. A lot of room for improvement for Dominic right there.
Right now, they're going to kick it off over to Saguaro. Let's see what they can do right now. Hopefully, they can make something shake and gain a couple yardage and hopefully get in that end zone.
This is a really good opportunity for Saguaro to come in strong. We've got the catch from number 1, Tristan Armstrong. Here we have Saguaro bringing in their offensive line.
Right now, if you were the Saguaro head coach, how would you set your team up?
Definitely set. I think the way they have been starting out and the previous games have been really good. You know, Marcel Jones has been really good at keeping his O-line composed, even in moments of, not being too high on the scoreboard. So I think so far what Darius Kelly has been doing has been working. We just need to work on making sure we finish. And here's a snap. We're going to hand off to number 7, Marcel Jones, as we were talking about. And the throw to number 16.
Number 7, Marcel Jones.
That is Ty
Rozier.
Yes. We had a number swap today.
We did.
Right there, that was a good pass right there for Marcel, despite the fact that he had a lot of pressure coming towards him.
Absolutely. If you are Marcel Jones, you have to expect the immense kind of pressure you're going to be getting at the start of these games. Here's this. And we've got
a run by Ty. That right there was very impressive right there for Sorrell. They're trying to get this ball game rolling despite if it's running or passing the ball so far.
Absolutely. Some really good communication and really good decisions right there from Jones. And here's a snap. Number 7, Marcel Jones with the ball. And a quick throw to number 4, Oliver Gibson. And a very fast tackle at the 40-yard line from Williamsfield's defense.
Correction, that's actually number 9.
Oh, you are correct, number 9.
That is Nico.
Nico Procopio. Thank you for the correction, Evan.
No problem. Right now, we're seeing a lot of pressure coming from Williamsfield.
Definitely. You could really tell the panic on Jones's face right there, trying to make that pass.
As they line up for kickoff.
And here's the kick. And there it goes right at Williamsfield's 30-yard line as we have Williamsfield prepare to switch once again.
So far, we've been seeing a lot of defense so far, both teams. It's been a little complicated for both teams offensively to make something shake, but right now their defense is definitely strong and very competitive.
Absolutely. No, both like you mentioned, both teams are coming in very defensively strong. This is a really classic 6A matchup for this game. And, we talked a lot about it before. Senior night for Williamsfield, they want to make sure they win for them. But then we've got Saguaro on the other hand with their record of 2-5. They want to put another win up for their record. And here's the pass.
That's a run by number 2, Q.
Q Skillings.
Number 2, Q Skillings.
Nice few yards to gain on the play so far.
Definitely. Little has to go a long way, especially with the defensive game that both these teams are playing against each other.
We're seeing a lot of mix and match right now with both teams so far. We've seen Williamsfield run the ball a few times, but so far they've been passing it.
Definitely. Their defenses, I would say, are pretty even, if not maybe. And here's a snap. And here's the run from 2 once again. 16.
Right there, that was exactly what Williamsfield needed. They needed this to get them up the field and potentially put them closer to the end zone, despite the fact that right now they are on the 52, 53-yard. I'm sorry, the 47, the 47-yard line.
Definitely, that was a really good play from Q Skillings. Like you mentioned before, this is a very defensive, go back and forth game with them, and that was really the big push that Williamsfield needed. Now we get to see how Saguaro is going to respond to that. And here's the pass to number 3, John Booker.
That right there, they are definitely connecting to their players right now. Dominic right now is he's reading his players and able to pinpick them out exactly where they are to see if they are able to catch the ball and potentially move up the field. And that's something that a quarterback has a lot of trust in his players. You have to be able to see and read all your team members and see if they are if they're able to catch the ball.
Absolutely. Here we are at the 2nd and 9 right now. Seeing if there's going to be any more from Q Skins and John Booker. And here we've got a flag on the play.
I
probably say it looked like Might have been a false start for that one. Oh. Offsides, actually.
And that was on Saguaro, actually.
Another push for Williamsfield to get even closer. You know, this is another opportunity, you know, sadly another opportunity for Saguaro to panic just a little bit, but here's really early in the first quarter. Here's the pass. We've got 26. 26, Corshawn Hill with the short run.
Right now, that was very impressive for Corshawn. Right now, we're seeing a lot of runs coming for them because I see that they're trying to push through their defense because they are having a couple open gaps, which is something that you do want to see and you love to see as a player that's on offense because it makes it easier for you to get to the end zone to score that touchdown. But right now, if I was Saguaro, I would definitely want to tighten up and stop them from gaining yardage.
Absolutely. Here we go at the 39-yard line. Waiting for the snap. And here's the pass off to, once again, 26, finding that gap. And he is tackled by Saguaro. Looks like Saguaro's kind of tightening up just a little bit, just like you mentioned.
And that's what you want to see, honestly, to get this ball game really moving and to keep it competitive as always for them. They have to keep doing what they're doing defensively to stop them.
We're in the 4th and 1st right now, seeing if Williamsfield can continue that push that they've got going on right now.
And they are going to go for it. Right now, we're seeing a lot of the student sections waving their fingers.
We've got 26 once again. Corshawn Hill going, and he is still going, and it is a touchdown for Williamsfield.
That right there is just impressive. It's also what I mentioned about finding that gap, and that's exactly what Williamsfield did.
Absolutely. It was an amazing run from Corshawn Hill. Absolutely amazing decision to go for it.
Now, at Saguaro, you want to make something, even if it's a field goal or anything, to get this ball game rolling as we come almost close to entering the second quarter with less than 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 51 seconds. The score is now 6-0 as they go for the field goal. This
and
one now
clear.
Put them up 7-0. That was just impressive right there for Williamsfield.
Absolutely impressive play and absolutely impressive kick from Williamsfield. Now, you talked about how Saguaro should definitely tighten up their defense because Williamsfield was finding those gaps, and as we can see, Corshawn Hill absolutely destroyed those gaps to get the touchdown for them.
There's no doubt in my mind that Saguaro will be able to make something shake within I would probably say maybe this quarter or the next quarter, hopefully to put something up on the board. But they're both a very good offensive and defensive team. They just got to be able to compose that pressure that they're receiving from Williamsville right now.
Absolutely. And, even in losses, Saguaro is known for being able to keep their composure, especially with Marcel Jones. He does a very good job at keeping his team composed in times like this.
And that's something that you love to see as a coach, to see from your quarterback or just anybody on your team. Being able to keep your team composed in moments like this, even though it's early in the game, you still want to be able to keep it composed with the fans yelling, air horns. It's their senior night. They're not going to let down.
Absolutely. And here we are getting ready for the kick, waiting for Saguaro to be able to respond to that touchdown and kick.
Right now they got the band going. And
They do. The band is going. The crowd is going over here on Williamsfield's side. The 35-yard line.
To the field. Right now, if I was Saguaro, I would probably say.
We've got an opportunity for a little bit of some miscommunication and a couple short passes from before. 46-yard line. Here we are preparing for the snap. And here it is. Here's the pass off to number 71, it looks like. Johnny Sua.
No, correction. That was number 9. That was Nico again for that run.
I was thinking again.
That's Nico again.
Once again, Nico. You know, we talked to the coach before. I want to say he said, kind of look out for him.
He definitely did. As we can see right now, Nico is definitely getting this ball game rolling for them, being able to gain yardage on.
Here we are at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. And there's a pass once again to Nico.
No.
Short game for number 9, Nikolai Procopio.
Got a pretty short gain right there for Nico Procopio. But it's good to see, so you know, Saguaro is making stuff happen right now. You know, coming off, right now it's 7-0 like we mentioned before. They want to get themselves on the board and end the quarter strong.
Which is really good right now, because before they were having a little difficulties trying to make some yardage and gains on the field, but right now they're definitely coming together and understanding what's better for them.
Absolutely. And here's the pass to number 81.
I believe right there will put them down. First down.
Martage Meadows, yeah. Yeah, like you mentioned, having 1st and 10. You know, that, again, a great run from Saguaro.
I definitely do think Coach Kelly spoke to his team and was, you know, told them we gotta get the ball game rolling. Just the fact that the Williamsville scored a touchdown on them, they don't want to fall behind in these next.
10 for Saguaro.
Impressive another run by Nico, number 9 for Saguaro. Right now is where I'm really loving the offense that Coach Kelly is putting together for his team.
Absolutely, I have to agree.
Right now, he whatever he said to his players over there in that huddle, they are on fire right now. Every single play that they ran, they've gained some type of yardage or been able to move drastically down the field, which is definitely something you want to see after the team just scored a touchdown.
Absolutely. Here we are waiting for the snap at the 28-yard line now. Looks like Marcel Jones is under pressure right now. And he is off.
That's a smart move right there for a quarterback.
Absolutely.
Instead of throwing the ball to potentially have an interception out of the field and throw the ball and end up.
Smart decision he could have made in that position. Absolutely. You know,
they're on the 18-yard line.
Here's a snap in here. Marcel Jones still has, and he's got the far pass, and it is not good.
That was a very tough pass right there, trying to,
you know, decision right there. But you know, unfortunately, Williamsfield defensive was ready to help, if not intercept that. But
I see where he was going for it. I feel it definitely would have been a crazy catch for him, despite the fact that he was defended by 2 Williamsfield defensive players. But right now, 3-9, 18 on the 18-yard line. Still 7-0, and it is 1 minute left in this ball game. It's the ball. On yard line, they're definitely going to expect him to run the ball.
Absolutely, and here we are. Just a minute left, and we've got Marcel Jones with the ball once again, and it is a touchdown.
And that's something that exactly what Coach Kelly wanted from his team, and that's exactly what you love to see right there. So we're all definitely matched their energy and came back with a touchdown after Williamsville scored a touchdown on them. Absolutely. And right now, we're definitely going to be able to see a back-and-forth game.
Definitely. 7-6 right now. Saguaro quickly caught up to that.
They convert on this field goal.
Here we are waiting for the kick.
And the kick is good.
And it is good.
Which makes this now a tie game, 7-7 with 50.5 seconds left.
Absolutely. No, great play from both of these teams. You know, Williamsfield's probably panicking just a little bit. You know, they were up not too long ago, and Saguaro quickly caught up. You know, this is still going to be a great game, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if Williamsville had a little bit of anticipation about Saguaro, despite the fact that they are 2-5. But I'm loving that they don't let their record define them. No matter what their record says, they're still going to come out and play as hard as they can. And right now, they're definitely showing Williamsville they're not going to go down without a fight.
Absolutely no. I like how you said that. Don't let your record define you. And I think Saguaro's done a really good job at showing that this season.
And I can also really give credit to their coach, Coach Kelly. It's his second year coaching with them, and he's dedicating to his players, and they're still going strong within this first quarter.
Absolutely.
And you can honestly see it along with their other games as well. Every single game, they put up points.
Absolutely. And here is the kick.
Kaido Stone.
Absolutely.
They're definitely going to want to be on top of their defense these next couple of plays.
Definitely. We are the second down for Williamsfield tonight. Still at the 8-yard line.
Score is now 7-7, 36-point
Williamsfield Blackhawks tonight.
Make their way up the field.
With the penalty like they got and to the game being tied not long before, that's got to put some pressure on.
It definitely does put a little pressure on, but I mean, there's still plenty of a ball game. You just have to make sure that the calls are not repeated or the facts.
Absolutely. And we are going to send it down to our field correspondent, Tomasa Perez, for a live report. And we will be...
Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our
second quarter. This is the time that you want to keep your foot on the gas and try to get a foot up to halftime. You're going to question, okay, how do you change going into this? I believe right now it sucks to, well, it's just one throw, I would say.
Definitely, I think I would agree. Williamsfield did a pretty good job at that in the first quarter. Right before their first touchdown, actually, they were doing a very good job at running the ball.
I'm assuming that we had a flag on the play because they just moved up some yardage.
Looks like it was against Saguaro for Williamsfield to get closer, and here we have the run. Number 2, Q Skilling. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
That right there is very impressive. He's definitely been on a roll tonight, being able to find the gaps and able to get him up this field.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we are going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Anwajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
And welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Friday Night Lights game, Saguaro Sabercats and Williamsfield Blackhawks tonight. We are on the 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for Williamsfield right now. And here's the snap. And there's the long pass and it is Trey Smith.
That right there was a very, very risky pass right there with number 13 covering him, Alvion Buckley, who almost caught that pass, which would have resulted in an interception for them, which would definitely give Saguaro the hand up that they need in this game right now, despite it being a tie game.
By the quarterback, but like you said, it was a very risky pass right there. And again, like you also mentioned, that was an interception that would have the 2nd and 10, still at the 38-yard line. And looks like we've got
right now. Saguaro is not coming to play. Like I said, despite this is Williamsfield home court advantage. They're definitely putting on quite a fight offensively and defensively. But so far, defensively has been their main key, and that's something that you want to see. Because I'm not sure if you ever heard this quote, but Defense makes up for your offense.
I think I've definitely heard that from maybe a coach in college at some point or something along those lines. I think that's a really good quote.
And that's something that you love to see from Saguaro.
Absolutely. And here we are. Here's the snap. And we've got an interception from Saguaro.
That right there is an interception by number 8, Jaden Wiseman. That right there, like I said, that is something that you want to see from Saguaro right now.
Absolutely. And, you know, Dominic Barjona was going for that shorter pass, you know, tries to end up being an interception. And we've got a holding call on Saguaro. So that interception is actually no good for Saguaro. And it is going to be the first and 10 for the Blackhawks right now. Now that was that would have been pretty insane for Williamsfield having it. What do you think about that?
It definitely sucks.
Would want to see the clean game plan. Here are the first and 10 at the 50-yard line. Williamsfield with the ball. And here's this. And it is good. And he is going still.
A touchdown by number 3, John Booker.
Williamsfield responding to them.
That they did throw an interception, but they got lucky and was able to retrieve that ball back with that flag call.
And here with number 33 with the kick, Brooks Rodenbaugh. Offsides on Saguaro for that one. Now, Saguaro definitely kind of dug themselves into a tiny hole right here, but if they continue to play how they've been playing so far, I think they will be able to bounce back.
Yeah, Williamsfield is going for the 2-point conversion right now.
And it is good.
Which now puts them up by 15-7 right now. This is going to be a tough ball game for Saguaro. I definitely want to see how they answer back, because so far they've been able to miraculously answer back with everything, gaining yardage up the field, scoring that touchdown. So it's definitely going to be a competitive game. I just hope they don't let that last touchdown get to them. But it's still a lot of ball game left to go, 10 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock. They could definitely make something shake before halftime.
Absolutely. You know, both teams were kind of in a couple tough positions. You know, Williamsfield started all the way at the 8-yard line to begin their possession. And then Saguaro kind of put themselves into another hole with those 2 penalties, kind of solidifying Williamsfield's touchdown and 2-point conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that Saguaro head coach Kelly will be able to clean that up and hopefully talk to his players during halftime or even during the timeouts to, you know, fix everything together.
Absolutely. You know, if this is going to go how it was, you know, touchdown for touchdown, this will still be a very close game for both these teams.
As they prepare to receive the ball, let's hope and see if they can gain at least 20 to 30 yards, hopefully, on this run, but still got a lot of ball game left to go.
Absolutely. And there's a flag on the play.
Wonder what that flag is.
Quite the flags being thrown so far.
So far, we've been seeing kind of a common trend right now with the refs. We're seeing a lot of flags going on the play.
Definitely.
That's something that you do. False start.
Okay, false start for
the 35-yard line. And that's a place that's actually a very good, decent place for them to be right now to hopefully gain a couple yards.
Absolutely, and here we are preparing for the snap. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. And there's the quick pass that is not too well communicated right there from Marcel Jones to number 16, Ty Strozier right there.
Right now, we're, you know, little jitters going on right now, but I definitely do think that Marcel was a little too quick on that pass, but let's see what he decides to do with his next play. I definitely do think – do you think his next play is going to be either a pass or a run?
It's hard to say. I would like to see a run from him, but because of that, how that pass kind of played out, I think he's going to end up passing it to kind of redeem himself for that. And here's a snap. Here's another quick pass, and it is good to number 4, Oliver Gibson. Like I mentioned, you know, Marcel Jones definitely, I think that, like you said, he was very excited to kind of start that play. A little too quick on his feet right there, but for that second one, he definitely redeemed himself. And they're third down for that one. For that one at the 40-yard line.
I think right now their best bet will potentially to either probably give Nico, if Nico is in the game, to run the ball to him to get them that first down, because he's been able to hammer through Williamsville's defense.
Definitely.
But by the looks of it, they're going to go with a pass.
And here's a snap, and here's another quick pass to...
Looks like it's number 4 again.
For Oliver Gibson there.
Which will give them that first down.
Definitely what they needed after that first failed pass, but looks like they are at the...
First down for the SaberCats.
We love to see that from Marcel right there, you know, being able to connect with his team members and find them on the field.
Definitely here at the 44-yard line to Oliver Gibson once again.
Right now, Oliver has been he's been his main person for the last 3 plays that he's been throwing to.
Definitely. If something's working, you might as well keep using it. Let's see if Williamsfield's going to be able to kind of catch on and maybe put a little bit more pressure on Gibson right there.
That's another thing. How many times can you go with Oliver before they catch on?
Absolutely. And here we are waiting for the snap. 2nd and 3 right now at the 46-yard line. Here's the pass off to number 9, Nico Procopio.
Right there, that was a great run by Nico. Like I said, Nico has been hammering through Williamsville defense right now. Like I said again, Nico is 6'3" and 225 pounds. He is a boulder.
Absolutely. Giving them another first down. Saguaro inching closer and closer to kind of get the scoreboard gap a little closer.
And honestly, that's exactly what they need. That's something that you love to see. Score is still 15-7 with 8 minutes left on the clock, 8 minutes and 50-something seconds left.
And here's the snap, and here's the pass to quick pass. Oh, not a pass off, and it was a long pass, and it is a touch. No, it's not. It is not a touchdown.
That is an incomplete pass to Oliver Gibson. That right there was incredible defense right there by the Red Hawks. That's something that they should be very grateful for that right there.
Absolutely. You know, the Blackhawks, it's almost like the Blackhawks knew exactly where Jones was going to be throwing that. And Oliver Gibson, you know, like we talked about before, it's seeing if they were going to end up kind of catching on to the cover for him. But I like the decision-making to make that long pass.
It's very funny to see the crowd's reaction, too, because the moment that they saw it, they were all in awe.
Exactly. I mean, even I was a little bit oxide because I made the touchdown call when it wasn't quite. And here's the run from Marcel Jones.
Being able to gain a couple of yardage right there.
Love to see more running from Marcel Jones. He's been doing a great job for the SaberCats so far.
That's great reading by a quarterback. If you don't see any of your team members open and you see a gap right there, I say take it. Just be careful that you run wherever you run the ball and the component that you're running to.
Absolutely.
Because as a quarterback, you do have that position to potentially fumble the ball. You just have to be smart about whatever play you go with.
Definitely. Here we're on the 3rd down for the 36-yard line. We've got all the horns going, waiting for the snap and the quick pass off to looks like number 9, Nico Procopio.
Looks like he's going to be short on that gainage right there.
Williamsfield was quick to figure out what they were going to be doing on that play right there.
And it looks like Saguaro is going to go for it.
It's, you know, so far in this game, I would not put it past them. It's worked for them so far, and it's also worked for Williamsfield as well.
I don't blame them.
Timeout Blackhawks. And we are going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. back, ladies and gentlemen. Score is still 15-7 with a little over 7.5 minutes left. We have it in the fourth and third right now for Saguaro, and they're going to go for it. We've got Williamsfield making a timeout to kind of try to gauge what Saguaro is going to do and see if they're going to be able to make a stop for them right there.
Right now, Saguaro is able to gain a lot of yardage these past couple of plays to potentially score that touchdown, and that's something that you want to see.
Absolutely. And he's got number 3, Quentin Sims, and it is a touchdown
by number 3, Quentin Sims, right there. It's very impressive. That's like I said, Saguaro is definitely, they're not going down without a fight, and that was a great response back to the Red Hawks right there. That now makes the score 15-13 with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left on the clock.
Absolutely. It was an amazing read from Marcel Jones to see, number 3, Quentin Sims. Absolutely amazing run right there for Saguaro.
And as they go for the field goal,
44, Ivan Salgado. And it is good.
That now makes the score 15-14 with 7 minutes left to go.
Making it a very close game,
Like I said from the beginning, this was going to be a very competitive game right now for both teams. Again, like I said, Saguaro's record does not define them as a team. And right now, they're definitely proving that to the Red Hawk fans and everybody watching.
Absolutely. The Blackhawks out here definitely might have underestimated Saguaro just a little bit, but we're looking at the scoreboard. 15-14 is not a bad position. Is getting together right now, trying to see what to do next. Saguaro's defense has been pretty good so far, but then again, so has the Blackhawks defense right now.
Honestly, it's been great on both ends of the teams. That's Williamsfield's senior night. This will definitely be a very impacting time for the seniors right now.
Absolutely. And here the Blackhawks getting ready to receive the ball. Got just a little over 7 minutes left right now. Lots of time for opportunities from both teams to see what they will be able to do.
As they get ready for the kickoff.
Here's Ivan Salgado with the kick. And the Blackhawks drop the ball, but they quickly recover it. Looks like it was number 7, Bryson Raspberry.
And it looks like Saguaro was able to tackle the Blackhawks right there on the 5-yard line. That's something, that's dangerous territory right there for Williamsfield.
Absolutely. This is a very, like you said, very interesting position to be in as your Williamsfield. Saguaro's coming off of a touchdown. They are ready to just get the ball back and replay it all over again.
This now makes it a little difficult for them to move up the field, despite the fact that they are all the way at the 5-yard line, but hopefully they're able to see something down the field.
Absolutely. And here we are waiting for the snap. Just about 7 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this quarter.
And it's a run.
And he is still going, and he is stopped by Saguaro right there. And it looks like that was number 26, Corshawn Hill, once again, kind of getting Williamsfield out of the dangerous territory they were once in.
Which is exactly really what they needed. Being back that far is definitely not a place or a position that you want to be in after receiving a ball for a kickoff.
Definitely.
And right now, as they prepare to line up, it looks like they're going to be going for a pass.
And here's the pass, and he just looks like he trips just a little short after that run.
And that was number 3, John Booker. That was a great catch by him.
Absolutely.
Giving them another first down. We're seeing a lot of A lot of movement going on right now for the Blackhawks, which is something that you do want to see, despite they are up by 1 point.
Definitely, 6 minutes left. Like you said before, there's a lot of ball to still be played right now.
Had a high snap.
And a quick stop from Saguaro right there.
And that right there was another pass to John Booker, who caught it right there, which now puts them exactly at, I would like to say, the 33 or, sorry, the 40.
40-yard line for Williams Field right there. It's 2nd and 10. John Booker making things happen for the Blackhawks right now. And here's the quick pass off to, looks
like it was number 26 again.
26, Corshawn Hill. And we've got a flag on the play.
As we wait to hear the results of it.
Might be on Saguaro.
Face mask.
Face mask call on Saguaro. That is a tough penalty to get.
That is something that you do not want to get called face mask. And that now moves them up a lot from where they were.
I want to say that makes it a 15-yard penalty against Saguaro, putting Williams Field in their territory with 5 minutes left and a first down. That is a tough spot to be in if you are Saguaro right now.
Right now it is 5 minutes left on this clock.
And here's the snap. Dominic Barjona looking first, and it is just a little too far
to number much on the pass.
To number 4, Nolan Tyler right there. Like the intensity.
I do like the look that Williams Field is definitely going for. They have a lot of gap space open right there for them, and they're able to read all the gaps that they have in order to find their wide receivers.
Absolutely, they're definitely wanting to take advantage of that huge penalty and huge leap that's going to be able to that gave them. And here we have Williams Field at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 10 with just about five minutes left. And it looks like we've got a timeout from the Blackhawks right now.
Right now in this timeout, I wonder what exactly is it that you tell to your players with this very close game with less than 4 minutes on the clock. You got 4 minutes and 55 seconds to score and potentially make something shake defensively and offensively.
Definitely, I think Williams Field needs to take their passes just a little bit shorter. The last couple of long passes they've made have been just either a little too short or just a little too far and ended up incomplete. But players like John Booker and Q Skillings have been able to give them huge runs. So definitely keep looking at those guys to be able to make something happen right here.
And right now, Williams Field is definitely keeping the energy alive with their cheerleaders. You got the fans, the parents going crazy. They're all on the edge of their seats right now, hoping to see a touchdown get scored.
Absolutely. Here we have the 2nd and 10, 44-yard line still. Just about 5 minutes left in this quarter, and we've got an early flag on the play.
And I believe that looks like potentially a false start, but I could be wrong.
I also thought it was a false start.
And looks like there is a flag on Saguaro again.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of flags right now coming from that side, and that's something that you don't want to see or give up right now, especially how close they've been moving up this field just based off of the penalties.
Definitely, and especially Williams Field is very much capitalizing on their penalties right now. Moving all the way to the 39-yard line at the 2nd and 5th right now. And a short pass. And he is still going, number 2, Q Skillings, and he is stopped right, I believe, at the 20-yard line.
That right there is very impressive, despite the fact that there was a lot of pressure coming from Saguaro right there. And to be able to get out of that by Dominic, that's very impressive, with his height and all the big guards that's coming towards him. And he was able to get that pass off to Q that's something that's very impressive as a quarterback.
Definitely. They did exactly what we kind of just talked about. I think them making these little bit of shorter passes and then they make these huge runs, that definitely is what's keeping them composed and keeping them high on the scoreboard right now. And here we are waiting for the snap. And a quick toss to number 2, Q Skillings once again, and he is going for it. And we've got a flag on the play.
It looks like this is going to be a common theme for tonight.
Definitely. And we are at the 19-yard line waiting for the call.
Looks like we have a holding call.
Holding call on Williams Field for that one.
That's definitely a call you don't want to have right now, especially with the territory that they're in, which puts them back, I believe, at the 30-yard line?
I believe it's a 30 or 31-yard line. Either way, it definitely kind of just erases the runs from Q Skillings and, like you said, puts them in a really tough spot. They had a couple good plays, now just kind of being absolutely erased by a holding call.
Correction, that puts them almost at the 30. They're now at the 29-yard line. And it looks like we're having a timeout right now.
And, yeah, we've got a timeout right now. And we are going to go to a quick commercial. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, just about 3.5 minutes left. Score still 15-14. Williamsfield just coming off of a penalty, moving them all the way back to the 29-yard line, where they're previously about to be at the 19-yard line, thanks to Q Skillings.
So far, Dominic has been able to just show that, despite the penalties that they've been receiving as a team, they're able to make something work with this, whether it's passing or running the ball.
Here's the snap, and here we've got the run, 26, Corshawn Hill, and he is stopped just short from the touchdown line.
And if I believe that looks like the 5-yard line.
Absolutely demolishing the previous calls that were just made.
Hey, and like I said, Dominic, he is able to just have his trust in his players, and his players are actually able to read that gap. And I was very close. They're at the 6-yard line, making this now a 15-14 game with less than 3 minutes left on the clock as they go down to 2 minutes.
Absolutely. We've got the 1st and 6 for Williamsfield, and here's the snap. And we've got the run for it, and looks like it is a touchdown.
It looks like number 2,
Q Skillings once again.
Right now, so this has been a back and forth game on both ends, and this is very, very amazing right now to see.
Exactly, bringing the score to 21-14. Like you said, a back-to-back game with these two teams tonight.
100% right now. We got a little confetti going in the student section as they represent Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, as Saguaro responds back, this is definitely the time to score another touchdown and keep the back and forth game going.
Absolutely.
Because if not, it makes it harder for them entering the second half.
Definitely, and they're going for that 2-point conversion, and it is not good.
That right there was great. Oh, we have a flag on the play.
Okay.
But that was great defense right there by Saguaro from number 1, Tristan Armstrong.
Definitely. There's a holding call on Williamsfield for that one. Not getting the extra point or the 2-point conversion right there, but Saguaro was able to make that stop and kind of keeps the score a little close.
Still gives Saguaro a chance to score down on this play. Hopefully they're able to make something shake with 2 minutes on the clock. They got 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Absolutely. We've seen it before. Saguaro has been in this position not once but twice already. And, have no doubt that Darius Kelly is out there telling his team that everything's going to be fine. We talked a lot about how the Saguaro line is very good at keeping their composure, especially in times like this.
And something that I actually heard from a very close friend of mine who told me that something that you'll definitely hear Coach Kelly preach a lot about is patience, and that's something that I feel like he's definitely embedded in his players, because patience is really going to get you everywhere. And right now they've definitely shown that, despite the fact that they are down by a few points, but right now patience will definitely get them as they keep moving up the yardage.
Absolutely. They were in this exact position at the end of the first quarter. And here's the kick. And we've got an early flag on the play. Sorry about that. Let's see what this one's about. We've got quite the, talked about it before, quite the flags already for this game. False start for Williamsfield for that one.
That kick goes inbound. And the Saguaro take over at their own 35 yard line.
We're seeing a lot of penalties right now. It looks like this has been becoming a common theme. Hopefully this does not keep recurring during the second half. Hopefully both coaches on both sides can talk to their teams to fix something.
Definitely. This penalty is going to be bringing Saguaro to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, with just about 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in this quarter. We've got Saguaro at 14, Williamsfield 21. Saguaro is going to be very interesting to see what they will respond to being down again. And here we are waiting for the snap. And we've got Jones, and he is running for it. Definitely giving his team another first down. And looks like he was jumping over somebody on the sidelines over there.
Right there, that was a smart move by the quarterback, being able to get them their first down. He didn't see anybody open, so he took the chance and ran with it, and that's something that you love to see from your quarterback.
Absolutely. We've seen just a couple plays from Jones tonight, and we've talked about how when he runs for it, something is getting done 100%. And here we are, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Saguaro waiting for the snap. And Jones finding a player quickly. And 16, Ty Strozier getting a couple yardage in the play right there.
Right there, that's a good read, especially with the pressure that he just received from the Blackhawks right there. We're seeing a lot of pressure coming from both ends with their quarterbacks. They're able to find those gaps and rush them.
Definitely. We talked about it before. Both of these teams, early in the quarter, Williamsfield was finding these gaps in Saguaro, and they quickly tightened up. And now they're doing the same for Saguaro. And here's the snap. Marcel Jones looking. It looks like he is making a run for it himself once again. Giving the team another first down.
Right now, Marcel is just going crazy right now with the runs. That is very impressive that you love to see. Again, like I said, from your quarterback, you love to see your quarterback find those gaps and make those calls and plays for himself.
Absolutely. With just about 2 minutes left to go in the quarter, we got 1st and 10. We are at the 37-yard line.
Score is still 21-14 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. Right now, they're definitely pushing their way up to that end zone, so hopefully answer back with a touchdown before they enter that second half.
Absolutely. And here we are waiting for the snap. We've got Marcel Jones looking to see what he can do, and he's got a far pass, and it is incomplete. Just a little far right there. Looked like it was intended for
Jadon Wiseman right there, number 8. That was a good look. It was just a little bit too much pressure on that for him to catch it.
Definitely. I like the different decisions in that. It looked like Jones wanted to run for that once again, but he saw his teammates waiting for it, and he wanted to give them an opportunity.
Again, it's all about just being able to read the field.
Absolutely. We're at the 2nd and 10, still at the 37-yard line for the SaberCats. And here's a snap. And Jones making, once again, an incomplete pass, but we've got a flag on the play. Looks like that pass was intended to number 4, Oliver Gibson. And looked like it just about hit his back for that one. And here we are waiting for the call.
Looks like there's going to be a penalty on Saguaro as they go back a couple of yardage.
There's a receiver downfield, decline. That brings up a third down.
Yep, this now puts them at a third down.
To end the first half.
It'll be interesting to see what Saguaro is going to be able to make of that call. We got, and here's the snap, and here we've got Jones making a run for himself once again, and gives them that first down.
Like I said, it's very impressive to see that from their quarterback.
Absolutely.
To see a quarterback make multiple runs like that back to back is very impressive. You know, he's trying to get his way up the field as long as it doesn't result in an incomplete pass or just an interception. And right there, with it being third down, he saw an opportunity and he took it.
Absolutely. We have a 1st and 10 with the 25-yard line with just about a little over a minute and a half to go. And looks like he broke free. Looks like that is number 16, Ty Strozier. Had a quick pass off from Johnson, and we almost had a pretty quick tackle from Williamsfield, but he broke free from that one, putting them at the 2nd and 11, 26-yard line for that one.
Right now, it's not a lot of time left. They have less than a minute left on this clock to potentially make something work. Now is the time.
Absolutely. You know, we could definitely see some more running from Jones. And here's the snap. Jones looking for his guy, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Jaden Wiseman, but it looks like it just slipped from his fingers.
You are very correct. That was a drop pass right there by Wiseman, number 8. Which puts them exactly right back at third down. Now the question is, are they going to go? Are they going to pass, or is Marcel going to run for the ball again?
You know, we've seen them in this position just a couple times before, and you know, I think they're going to run for it just based off of the decisions they've made before, and it's worked out for them so far.
By the looks of it, looks like we have Nico back in the game. It might be a run for him.
And here's a snap,
and we have a flag on the play.
Looks like we've got a false start from Saguaro.
That is an unfortunate penalty that you want to receive right now, which now puts them back a couple of yards.
Definitely kind of really putting them in a tougher spot. You know, we were talking about what they were going to do with this play, but, you know, they've made a touchdown in, you know, this amount of time before, so it'll be very interesting to see what they end up doing. You know, they've got Nico Procopio back in the game, and we'll see if anything's going to come of that.
Right now, they got 40 seconds to score its touchdown.
40 seconds left, the 31-yard line.
And it looks like the refs are having a conversation right now amongst themselves.
Definitely what is still an interesting game, but to add all of these flags with two very good teams is just very interesting to see.
They're signaling to fix the score, the time clock right now.
Believe the clock should, we go, 53 seconds, I was going to say. Giving Saguaro just a little bit more time to kind of make something happen of this last play. And here we are waiting for the snap. And we've got Marcel, and he's got the short pass to Nico Procopio. And he is stopped by Williamsfield Blackhawks. And we've got a timeout for the Blackhawks right now. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just about 45 seconds left in the quarter. Saguaro kind of, put in a little bit of a tough spot. They were very close to the touchdown yard line, and then they got a false start. Heaven, what are your thoughts right now for Saguaro's gameplay right now?
Right now, I would definitely say now is not the time to get down or, feel frustrated, because right now is the time for you to answer back and definitely put some points on the board as before you enter that halftime. Right now, the score is 21-14. This is now or never, because if they don't score, it's going to be a tough position for them to get back into this ball game by third quarter.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. You're at the 4th and 10 at 25-yard line. 45 seconds left to go once again. And it looks like we got it going for a field goal from number 40. Looks like the kicker is 44. Ivan Salgado. And it looks like it's
no good. That now makes the score still 21-14 with 41.3 seconds left.
Definitely putting Saguaro in a little, like we mentioned before, a tough position right before half. But 40 seconds left is still a lot of time in a quarter for anything to happen. But we got Williams Field excited that there was not a touchdown in Saguaro's play right there.
Right now, it looks like they're getting ready to receive the kickoff and just end this first half. Right now, as the real question is, I wonder what is Saguaro saying to their players right now.
Be very, I don't know. Be very interesting. They had some really good runs, but then just came up a little short. And here we are. Looks like we got Dominic Barjona making the run himself.
We're seeing a lot of movement right now by quarterbacks right there. That was a great run by Dominic, number 1 for the Blackhawks.
Definitely, you said it before. We've got a flag on the play.
I'm assuming that is going to be a false start. Yep, false start.
Yep, you were right. False start on Williams Field for that one. Great run from the quarterback, however.
You can see Coach Campbell was a little frustrated with his player right there for that false start, but right now it's 24 seconds left on that clock. They could potentially make something shake to move them back up this game.
Definitely. It's like you mentioned it before, but it's really important for Saguaro to still kind of keep that composure, even if they are coming in or they're down going into halftime. And here's the throw, and it is good.
That is a catch right there by number 9. That is Trey Smith. It is now 8 seconds on the clock. They're trying to make it go.
Second play, second down. 5 seconds remaining on the clock.
We've got just about 5 seconds remaining in this quarter right before half.
Looks like I think they're going to try to go for a deep pass right there. As Coach Campbell, he's telling his players, the players that he won on the field. He's definitely proud. I just saw it. He just gave a nice high five to number 9 right there for that impressive catch right there.
Absolutely, it was an impressive catch. Previously before, the Saguaro has been very good at taking care of those long passes that have been coming from Williams Field. And here's a snap, and we've got Dominic Barjona making an incomplete pass to really nobody right there. And it looks like that is going to be it for the second quarter going into half. It is 21-14. Right now, Williams Field is leading, and we are going to send it off to our field correspondent, Tomasa Perez. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Varsity Sports, it is now halftime. The score is 21-14. Both teams are going very strong right now. Both teams also definitely have some challenges going on right now. There's a lot of flags going on. Let's see what the next half holds. Hopefully we see some changes and see what the progress is like for the Saguaro Sabre Cats.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. With an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
Hi everyone, this is Patrick Cohn with Varsity Sports Radio, bringing you the best that sports has to offer. This week, I'll be doing a recap of the Arizona-Houston football game this past Saturday. Unfortunately, it was another tough loss for the Arizona Wildcats. Just like with their loss at BYU, the Wildcats lost to the Cougars 31-28 on a last-minute field goal by the Houston Cougars. Unfortunately, we were all hoping, especially us here at University of Arizona, especially me, was hoping that Arizona would bounce back after their devastating loss to BYU last week, and we were hoping that they would bounce back against Houston. Sadly, though, despite putting up great offensive numbers and keeping the game very close against Houston, who also is still undefeated, unfortunately, it just wasn't enough as Arizona suffered their second straight loss this season, and it was truly devastating. I mean, I sincerely thought that Arizona had a legitimate chance against Houston, and they kept it very close all the way to the end. But alas, Arizona did not perform that well, and when it really mattered, and unfortunately, that cost them the game. And a lot of people are concerned now that Arizona, for the second straight year, will not be eligible for a bowl game if they continue on this current losing streak. We're all still remaining hopeful that Arizona will hopefully bounce back from these 2 losses and will hopefully get back on track to getting to 6 wins and hopefully getting to a bowl game. The Arizona Wildcats need at least 6 games in order to win, in order to make a bowl game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you next time.
Hola a todos los directivos e entrenadores de las escuelas. Soy Vince Delicio. Les presento Viva Varsity, nuestra transmisión en español del programa Varsity Sports Show. Viva Varsity acerca a las familias y aficionados hispanohablantes a la emoción de los deportes universitarios. Podremos transmitir sus deportes favoritos en español. Desde entrevistas hasta la acción en el campo, Viva Varsity conectará con sus aficionados de una manera que fortalecerá los lazos comunitarios. Disfrutan de sus deportes favoritos en español. Pidan Viva Varsity.
Hi everyone, I'm Abigail Hardy, a Cronkite student with the Varsity Sports Show this fall semester. I know football season is almost over, but I thought I would do a little tutorial on what the Revs and the white hats mean when they're pulling those penalty flags. I'm only going to share a couple. There are multiple, but I'm getting my resources from the NFJS football regulations. Timeout. Up here and out. Here, out. Timeout. False start. False start. Delay of game. Delay of game. Encroachment. Encroachment. Personal foul. Personal foul. Holding. Holding. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. Safety. Safety. We must all know this one. Touchdown or extra point. And lastly, if they're disregarding the flag, they're going to wave it in there. Disregard flag. These are just a few penalties. There are many more, but I hope this helps and enjoy the rest of your game. I'm Abigail Hardy with the Varsity Sports Show.
A man who is known as a monster of the Midway, terrified NFL athletes with his relentlessness as a linebacker, laying big hit after big hit, all while shutting down offenses left and right. Lance Briggs, the Chicago Bear great whose terrific career included 7 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, 2 second-team All-Pros, and a potential Hall of Fame inductee. The Northern California native played his college ball in the Grand Canyon State at the University of Arizona. While a Wildcat, Briggs was a 3-time first-team All-Pac-10 conference selection. He finished his collegiate career with 308 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 36 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 10 passes deflected, 5 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. Briggs was drafted with pick 68 in the 3rd round of the 2003 NFL Draft. He finished his rookie season with 78 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and 1 pick 6 off of Brett Favre. He continued to be one of the best linebackers in the NFL during his time playing. Briggs finished his professional career with 1,177 total tackles, 940 solo, 15 sacks, 97 tackles for loss, as well as 19 forced fumbles and 16 interceptions. His potential Hall of Fame career has solidified himself as an NFL great. As of recently, Briggs has begun a new football journey, this time back where he played college ball in the state of Arizona. He has taken a new job as the varsity linebackers coach under head coach Chris McDonald's staff at Basha High School. In 2024, Briggs had the chance to coach his son, Lance Briggs Jr., at Basha. This season, coaching the linebackers, they've seen a lot of success. As the number 1 team in the state of Arizona, Basha's 7-0 start includes great play from the linebackers. One of the best players on the team has been Dante Bruley. He has 10.5 sacks and 21 tackles for loss through 7 games. Basha's in a good place with Briggs coaching the linebackers. They will continue to succeed defensively with him there. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Niall Rosenberg.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright here, with the lights dim after the 4th quarter. But the real game has just begun. We often talk about touchdowns and tackles. In East Texas, the college recruiting process is not an athletic transaction. It's a community rite of passage. For 1A through 4A towns, sending an athlete to college ranks is the highest communal validation. Does a scout find that 4-star talent in a town you can miss in one blink? Well, the landscape is national because recruiters don't stop at the state line. The emerging trend emanates from the West. Arizona State University and the University of Arizona have become key out-of-state destinations for Lone Star talent. It's the players hailing from towns like Texarkana and Tatum. They fuel the Arizona pipeline. Arizona State, under Coach Kenny Dillingham, has rostered 27 Texans in 3 years, forging a Texas to Temple movement. Built on guys like defensive end Clayton Smith from Texas High and defensive lineman C.J. Fife out of Tatum. As Coach Dillingham said, they bring that East Texas physicality. So, it's not just about winning a state championship. It's about securing a legacy, a way forward, and cementing a town's hope for another generation.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a Viva Varsity. Mi nombre es Rodolfo Gómez, reportándole a ustedes sobre uno de los segmentos más importantes sobre el rendimiento de los atletas y la inversión que ellos tienen que hacer para competir al nivel élite. Uno de los aspectos más fundamentales que distinguen a los atletas de alto rendimiento y los mantienen a un nivel élite es la inversión constante en su bienestar integral. Detrás de cada atleta exitoso hay un equipo de profesionales que contribuyen de manera decisiva a su rendimiento. Entre ellos destacan los nutricionistas, quienes diseñan dietas, los entrenadores personales, que ajustan los programas de ejercicio según las necesidades físicas y los objetivos específicos, los terapeutas de masaje, encargados de prevenir lesiones, aliviar tensiones y mejorar la circulación, y los entrenadores mentales o psicológicos deportivos que ayudan a fortalecer la concentración, la resiliencia y el deporte.
My name is Ethan Troll of the Varsity Sports Show. Every season, no matter the sport, there's always a new story to tell. For the Highland Hawks at Highland High School, it hasn't gone off too well for them. They started the season 0-4, and it looked like the season was going to continue that way. And now, that story has been completely thrown in the fire, and now a new one is in the works. In their first 4 games, the Highland Hawks have been outscored 116 to 28 points, 29 points allowed per game, and 7 points scored per game. In those 4 games, the offense had a combined 298 passing yards and 492 rushing yards. They had 0 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and only 2 rushing touchdowns. Even with the defense giving up so many points, they got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 226 tackles. The team entered their home match versus the Saguaro Sabercats with a new energy. They scored 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter to win its first game since November 8th of 2024. They won the game 28-21. Then they traveled to Castile High School and won 26-20 with a balanced offensive attack. And in their last matchup, they beat the Horizon Huskies at Horizon High School 24-20 with 244 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and no interceptions. They haven't thrown an interception since week 5 versus Saguaro. All of their touchdowns were in the second half. 17 points in the 3rd quarter after being down 13-0 at halftime. Just like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. And for the Highland Hawks, they hope to continue their streak and fly high in the sky. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ethan Troll reporting.
I'm Greg Graves with the Varsity Sports Show, and Arizona's biggest rivalry is shaping up to be a big game this upcoming fall. Both teams with Big 12 championship implications on the line, and both teams hoping to secure a spot in this year's college football playoff.
Few matchups in college football run deeper than this. Arizona State, Arizona, the duel in the desert, a rivalry built on passion, pride, and of course, sport. It kicked off in 1899 when Tempe Normal School, now ASU, defeated Arizona 11-2 in Tucson, introducing what would become the oldest rivalry trophy in college football, the Territorial Cup. Leads the all-time football series 51-47 and holds the biggest win, a 67-0 blowout in 1946, when in 2020 ASU fired back with a 70-7 win in Tucson, and in 2024 a championship securing 49-7 win. More than just a game of football and sport, it's a culture war. From Painted A mountains to packed student sections, every fall, every spring, bragging rights split families, friends, and the state. Now, with both teams in the Big 12, the stakes are higher than ever. This year's game on November 8th, 2025 could decide either team's fate for a ticket to the Big 12 championship. Rivalries come and go, but this one defines Arizona. And in 2025, football's fiercest desert battle could shape the entire Big 12 landscape.
For the Varsity Sports Show, where Arizona rivalry lives, I'm Greg Graves reporting.
Hey, principals, coaches, and athletic directors, Vince Delicio here. I want to tell you about an incredible resource for our high school sports season, Viva Varsity. Viva Varsity is the Spanish language broadcast that brings our community even closer to the action. On game days, you'll find live sports, interviews with players and coaches, and real-time score updates, all in Spanish. This is such an important way to connect with families and fans who want to follow along in their own language. Whether it's baseball, softball, track, tennis, or any spring sport, Viva Varsity makes sure no one misses out on the excitement. Schools can use Viva Varsity to celebrate their athletes, build stronger community connections, and share those memorable moments on and off the field. So this spring, let's make sure we're reaching everyone in our community with the energy, passion, and coverage that Viva Varsity provides.
After a close win for the Arizona Lutheran Academy Coyotes last Friday night, taking the 19-12 victory against Parker High School, there's a high possibility that these two teams could make a splash in the playoffs. This was a key matchup for the 2A Metro 2 division, especially as both teams went into the game with only one loss and undefeated records in the region. Coaches on both sides created heavy run-focused offenses, a strategy that has proven profitable all season and could benefit both programs as the postseason approaches. Parker and ALA have developed strong physical defenses that consistently limited big plays, showing why both teams are legitimate playoff contenders. Now for Parker, the narrow loss serves as a motivation heading into their 2A region crossover matchup against the Camp Verde Cowboys this Friday at 7 p.m. on their home field. Both teams are looking to bounce back after tough losses, but their track records speak for themselves. Each squad has dominated most of its schedule with commanding victories. Meanwhile, the Arizona Lutheran Coyotes will stay at home for their own region crossover game, taking on the Scottsdale Christian Eagles at 7 p.m. The Coyotes have built a formidable home reputation, entering Friday night with hopes of extending their home winning streak to double digits. Both ALA and Parker have shown resilience, teamwork, and poise in tight matchups, all traits that could carry them deep into November. With the playoffs fast approaching, every drive, every tackle, and every fourth quarter stand will matter. Expect both sidelines to bring intensity as these 2A powerhouses look to make their final statements before the postseason begins. I'm Jenny McDermott reporting for Varsity Sports Show.
Hey fans, Vince with the Varsity Sports Show. You've had the rest. Now treat yourself to the best Japanese grill in Arizona. It's the Boss. Boss Bachi Japanese Grill in Mesa. Grilled shrimp, steak, and all the best veggies with or without a twist of spice. Sure to please everyone. Dine in or take out. Located at University and Country Club in Mesa. Open daily. 602-859-3759. The Boss. Boss Bachi. Hablamos Español.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank you again.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Guajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldies Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Varsity Sports Show broadcast for Saguaro against Williamsfield. Again, my name is Carmen Liberto for play-by-play tonight, and I am with Heaven Cook for color. Now, Heaven, that was a very interesting first half. A lot of back-to-back touchdowns for both teams, and we saw a couple slip-ups, from both of them as well. But we also saw a lot of penalties that set them back. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Right now, I would definitely say the first half was just incredible. Of course, like you said, the back-to-back touchdowns is something that you love to see early on in the game. Again, it is Williamsfield's senior night, so this right here is very impressive for them to put up 21 points on the board right now. Right now, a little commotion going on the student section. They wanted them to stand up.
Absolutely. Another great thing that we've talked quite a bit about tonight, for the first half, we saw a lot of running from both teams' quarterbacks, which is just great to see. As much as they have been utilizing, the rest of their offensive line, seeing them run the ball themselves is just great. And here we have the kickoff for the second half, and we've got a flag on the play to start this half.
Looks like this. I feel like I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling where flags and penalties are going to be our theme of today.
Definitely. Looks like we've got a false start on Williamsfield. They've had a couple false starts so far, and in the same position off of a kick receive, Saguaro is going to be starting with the ball. They had a tough end of the second quarter. They were trying really hard to get that. That third touchdown to get a little bit more of a gain on the leaderboard. Score right now is 21-14. Still a very close game for both teams. And here we are waiting for the snap. And we've got a quick pass off from Marcel Jones to, it looks like, number 5, Kaidos. Excuse me, sorry.
Number 30, actually.
Number 30, actually, correct. And we've got no gain on the play. And that was number 30, Brig Randall for the SaberCats. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. We are just getting started with the third quarter. We've got another quick, almost a pass off, and we got Marcel Jones running for the ball.
Number 7, Marcel Jones with the scamper.
That right there was impressive. It's been a recurrent theme that we've been seeing from Marcel so far.
Absolutely, and especially from Marcel Jones, giving a lot of yards for the SaberCats and then just bringing them to a third down.
It's 3rd and 4 for the
3rd and 4 for the SaberCats, bringing them to the 39-yard line.
Right there, they are, as they line it up on the field.
Here we are waiting for the snap once again. And we've got Marcel Jones looking, and he's going to make the pass, and it was almost an interception from number 20 from Williamsfield, Armando Villarreal. Now that would have put the SaberCats in a little pretty tough position right there to start out this quarter.
Right now, since they couldn't get any yardage right there from offensively, they are now going to kick it off to the Blackhawks right there, which is very unfortunate to see that they weren't able to gain any yardage right there on any of the plays that they did. But hopefully, in this next possession, their defense can make up for it.
Definitely, they've had a really good run for their defense. They've done a pretty good job at stopping Williamsfield. Even though they have been able to let down 21 points on the board tonight, their defense is still great tonight. And we've got a quick stop from the SaberCats defense, like we just mentioned.
So far, the Blackhawks have been doing an incredible job offensively and defensively right there, but more so offensively, being able to see their players and just read them right there. Their quarterback, Dominic, has just been unstoppable right there.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of really good decisions made by Dominic Barjona tonight.
As they line up on the field to prepare to start their play.
And here we are waiting for the snap. And there's a snap, and we've got a quick pass from Dominic to, looks like number 9. Correct, number 9, Trey Smith. Trey Smith has made some very good runs for Williamsfield.
We've definitely been calling Trey Smith name quite a lot in the second quarter. And so it's like I said, it's just impressive that Dominic is able to find his team members and just be able to get them up the field, which was an impressive first down right there to get them all the way at the 45-yard line.
Absolutely. Trey Smith had a really good long catch from Dominic last quarter. So it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be able to catch more of those long passes. And here we are at the 45-yard line. Here's a snap and a quick pass off to number 26, it looks like. Oh, not a pass, my bad. Excuse me.
That is a long, incomplete throw right there. To, looks like number 81, if I'm correct.
Oh, that was you? Oh my God, sorry. We were here, but we didn't hear the noise. I would have said
right there, that was a very risky throw right there for Dominic. I understand he was wide open down there, but he had a lot of coverage right there from that Saguaro defense.
Definitely, you like to see that trying to make more of those long passes. A couple of them haven't been able to stick in this game, but it's good to see as he continues trying to use the quick pass off to 26, and he is stopped by Saguaro's defense. Corshawn Hill, another name we've called quite a bit tonight.
Right now, we're seeing the Blackhawks coming out of this halftime right there, very energized. They are not stopping. They are not shutting down right there. They are able to gain some yardage, whether it's rushing the ball or if it's throwing the ball right there, and that's very impressive right there. That now puts them at the 28-yard line with the score of 21-14 with 10 minutes left on the clock.
Absolutely. Like you said, very energizing coming from Williamsfield tonight. Definitely coming off of a good game high from the first half, being ahead. And here's the quick pass off, and he is going, and it is a touchdown from number 2, Q Skillings.
Q has also been very impressive today.
And it looks like he's got a late flag on the play right there. Q Skillings now. This touchdown is good. That'll be his second of the night if I'm not mistaken.
No, you are actually very correct. That will be his second touchdown of tonight. And can I just say, what a touchdown. What a play. That is a great, great, great look right there from Dominic to Q. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, that makes that a 27-14 ball game right there with 9 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock.
Sorry, couldn't quite hear that call for that one. Nonetheless, the touchdown is good. The touchdown is good.
And right now, they're about to line it up and go for the field goal.
We've got 33 for the kick. Brooks Rodenbaugh once again. And here's the kick. And it is good.
Is good. That now makes this a 28-14 ball game. Mind you, the quarter just started. They just got the ball.
You are absolutely correct, Heaven. You know, very strong start to this second half by Williamsfield. Now, the SaberCats, again, we've mentioned it before, patience and we've a lot of composure coming from their side. It's important to keep that. You know, this game is far from over for the SaberCats.
Again, this is now the time to put all your energy and effort towards the second half, because right now this is a make or break moment. They just scored a touchdown right now, and right now the score is 28-14 with 9 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock right there. If the Blackhawks score another touchdown right now, this will definitely be a hard ball game for Saguaro right there to get back into this game, being down 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely, but you know, they have been, the first half we saw amazing defense and we saw amazing offense from them as well. We talked about it before. Being down 2 touchdowns with still almost 10 minutes left in this third quarter, that gives them a lot of time to catch up.
Also, don't forget the Blackhawks was able to convert that 2-point conversion right there. I believe it was in the first quarter or second quarter, somewhere in the first half.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Definitely in the second half. Now here we are, Saguaro waiting to receive the ball. Again, just under 10 minutes left in this quarter. 28-14 with Williamsfield leading. And here we have number 8 from Saguaro with the ball, Jaden Wiseman.
That right there was a great run right there for Saguaro right there. Amazing job to get up that field right there. That's exactly what they needed to get them closer in the game right now, despite the fact it's not anywhere near the 5-yard line, 10-yard line. This now puts them at the 48-yard line.
Absolutely. No, you can tell they're definitely a little bit shaken up from being behind 2 touchdowns, but you can tell there's also some really good composure on Saguaro's side. They're making it known that they're not out of this game yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Right now, the student section is very energized right there. They are definitely here for this ball game, and right now, the parents are actually here for. They're pointing up.
Absolutely, you know, they have got their horns locked and loaded. And here is the quick pass off from Jones too. Can't quite tell just yet.
That is number 9. That's Nico again. There was no gain on that play.
Nico Procopio, who we've mentioned, again, another player we've mentioned tonight who has gotten a lot done for Saguaro. Putting them at 2nd and 8, still at the 44-yard line.
Right now, seems like they could potentially go with a pass right now. Hopefully we see a run play by Marcel, who's been that's really been the highlight of today. You know, his run game has just been insane.
Absolutely. And here we have Marcel Jones with the ball with the quick pass to almost.
Looks like that throw is going to be to number 3, Quentin Sims.
Looks like number 27 from Williamsfield was trying to grab 27, Blake Strauss.
This right now puts Saguaro at 3rd down. Again, score is 28-14 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock.
And here's a snap. And the quick pass off to, it looks like number 9 once again.
Looks like Nico was able to get that first down for them as they needed. Seems like that's their go-to guy anytime they need a first down to run the ball right when they're right at that mark.
Absolutely. That's, Nico is definitely one of those players that Saguaro has been able to count on again and again in this game.
Right now, looks like they are lining up. They are now at the 39-yard line.
And here's the very quick pass to number 3, Quentin Sims from Marcel Jones.
That is another pass to Mr. Sims right there. He's been a little quiet this game. We've definitely called his name a little bit, but so far he's definitely been a main character right now for these past couple of plays.
Definitely. He's had a pretty good game. If I'm not mistaken, he was the receiver for the 2nd touchdown for them tonight. But nonetheless, even if we haven't called his name a lot, he's still doing a lot on the field tonight.
And it looks like Saguaro has Quentin and Oliver right there in that corner.
Like they're stopped by Williamsfield defense right there.
That right there, that was a tackle by number 2, Q Skillings right there. Q has just been unstoppable on offense and defense right now, which is just incredible. And that's something that they definitely need for the Blackhawks right now in order to keep them ahead in this ball game.
Definitely. And we're now at the 3rd and 6, still at the 36-yard line, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, for Saguaro. And here's the snap. We've got Marcel Jones looking for his guys, and it appears to not find anybody. He's had 2 players that it could have been intended for, but unfortunately did not find either of them.
That right there was a short intended pass to number 22, Jesse Martinez. I definitely saw the look that he was going for, but unfortunately he was just a little short on that pass, being able to connect with him. But right now, let's hope that they can make something shake within this play right here to hopefully get their first down, as if they are at the 36-yard line.
Definitely. We are now at the 4th and 6 for Saguaro. Trying, like you said, trying to make something happen right there. And we've got Jones looking for a guy, and he's got a long pass, and it is good, and it is a touchdown for Saguaro right there.
That right there is a touchdown by number 81. That is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be Martaj Meadows. That right there was exactly what Saguaro needed right there to get them potentially back in this ball game. This now makes the score a 28-20 ball game with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that was an amazing throw by Marcel Jones and an amazing touchdown by Meadows right there. If I'm not mistaken, once again, is that his 2nd touchdown? I want to say he had the first one.
I believe so. I think you are correct. And right now, as they line up for the field goal,
got Ivan Saguaro with the kick once again. And it is good.
This now makes this a 28-21 ball game. Hey, it's still, like I said, this is exactly what they needed right now. It is a 7-point game right now.
Absolutely. No, from what I've noticed, Saguaro almost likes kind of putting themselves in that very close possession, being on the 4th down, being very close to the touchdown line and just absolutely dominating that play.
You're not wrong, but it does keep the game a little, the fans on their feet, something that you definitely do like to see or, you love to feel. Despite the fact, yes, you are on edge because you're just like, oh, this game could go any way. But as long as the fans are loving it, the fans are exciting, this could go either way. As long as the fans are having a good time and the players are having a good time.
Absolutely. The coaches probably are not having a good time, but like you said, as long as the players are. And this is once again still a close game. Neither team is out of the woods yet with just about 6 minutes and 50 seconds left, 28-29. Williams Field preparing to receive the ball, trying to bounce back from Saguaro's touchdown.
Now the question is, does the Blackhawks answer back with another touchdown, or do they potentially turn the ball over and don't score a single point?
It is very likely, you know, as we've seen from this game, it is a very touchdown for touchdown game with them. Williamsfield could very well score another one.
So far, Blackhawks have scored a touchdown in every single quarter.
Yeah, you are correct. And there we go. We've got Williamsfield running with the ball. And it looks like it is number 9 for Williamsfield once again. And he is still going. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it is a touchdown from number 9, Trey Smith for Williamsfield. So
that right there was impressive, ladies and gentlemen. He scored that touchdown on the receiving end for the kickoff. That's just impressive.
I honestly don't even have any words for that touchdown right now. Absolutely amazing response from Williamsfield as we were just discussing what they were going to do in response to Saguaro.
It looks like that touchdown is not going to count, ladies and gentlemen, actually.
Okay.
They are actually going to...
It looks like the refs are going to be configuring that out with Williamsfield coaches right now.
But by the looks of it, ladies and gentlemen, that touchdown did not count, unfortunately.
However, even though that did not count, that is good for Saguaro, because if they, you know, it's really hard to tell what they would have done in that position of being down, you know, making a touchdown and then being immediately responded with another touchdown.
We'll take the touchdown off the board.
Looks like there is a holding call right there.
Ultimately making that touchdown no good for Williamsfield, ladies and gentlemen. Giving Saguaro still a little bit more breathing room to kind of try to control this game a little bit more than they have been.
So far, we've seen penalties like that for them where they score a touchdown or they get close to the end zone, but unfortunately that call is overturned, which now puts them back to the 20-yard line for them. But so far, the Blackhawks have been able to show that no matter what the refs might call, they always answer back and get exactly where they need to be.
Absolutely. Definitely, you know, nonetheless, still a great run from Trey Smith that has got to take it out of you for just a couple minutes. And here we are waiting for the snap. And we've got a quick pass from Barjona to number 4.
That Nolan Tyler. They're able to, I believe they got the first down right there.
I believe you are correct right there. Not a bad run, you know, thinking that you got a huge touchdown. You know, they're definitely still going to be taking it one step at a time, trying to repeat that, if you will.
No, 100%. You are correct. As they line up right now, waiting for the snap.
And we've got a quick pass off. And he is through. Looks like it was number 25 for Williamsfield.
That's actually 26.
Oh, 26. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Corshawn Hill.
He's actually been on a roll right now with running the ball, being able to just push through Saguaro's defense right there.
Absolutely. If there is a gap in Saguaro's defense, it will be Corshawn Hill to find it, like we've talked about before. He is, again, another player for the Blackhawks that is just making runs happen regardless of what the defense is giving him.
Right now, this does put the Blackhawks at the 44-yard line. Score is 28-21 with less than 5 minutes on that clock. And it looks like they're going for a pass.
We've got a little bit of a fake pass right there. And it looks like Barjona is stopped before he could make any plays right there.
And right there, that was a sack right there. But I believe that was Dominic's first sack of the game.
I believe you're right. You know, Dominic has done a pretty good job at, you know, at least getting a little bit of wiggle room from the defense, but nonetheless.
He is quick on his feet, but I highly doubt that will be just a recurring theme for him in tonight's ball game.
Definitely, we've seen a couple mistakes like that come from either side. We saw Marcel Jones make that very, very eager pass that wasn't through before. And here we've got the pass, and it is good. We've got number.
It looks like that's Q again. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. That is Nolan Tyler right there, number 4 for the Blackhawks. That was a very impressive catch right there.
Once again, a huge run for Williamsfield on that one.
This now puts them at the 35-yard line. Impressive right there. It looks like the Blackhawks are aiming to go for that touchdown again.
Definitely, we've got Saguaro eager to make this stop to try to only make this a 1-touchdown deficit right now.
This right here is definitely going to be a back-and-forth game like we talked about in the beginning, both teams.
And here's the snap, and here's the pass off. And he made it through just to be stopped once again. And if that is who I think it is,
it looks like, was that a first? Nope, I'm mistaken.
Once again, Corshawn.
Second down. That now makes it second down, 2nd and 10 right there. Right now, the Blackhawks are just pushing through Saguaro's defense right there.
Definitely. We talked about it before. Saguaro needed to tighten up those gaps. I want to say it was in the first quarter. And they've done a pretty good job so far. Now it's super important that they continue to do that. And we've got the pass off right now to, I want to say, Q Skillings. Yep. Q Skillings once again making.
That gets them their first down right there. Right now, you got to put a body on either Q or number 26. 26 is not in the game right now, but so far, those have been their top 2 players to go to. And, of course, right now, somebody who's kind of sneaking up on them is number 4, Nolan Tyler. Right now, those are the big 3 to definitely be wary about when they're on the field.
Absolutely. You can definitely tell Saguaro's kind of grasping at that, but is just losing sight of them by just a little bit, resulting in them continuing to get these first downs. And here's the snap. And a quick pass to number 3, John Booker, and he is quickly stopped by Saguaro. Looks like at the 11-yard line, if maybe I'm not mistaken. At the 12-yard line, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Now they're very close to Saguaro's territory right now. Saguaro has a huge chance to make a stop right here. And here's the snap. And we've got a far pass. And it looks like
that is an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass right there.
That pass right there was anticipated for number 3, John Booker. That right there was just great defense by number 18 for Saguaro, which is Choice Price.
Definitely, like you said, amazing defense from Saguaro right there. Is super important. 12-yard lines just away from the touchdown line. It is a dangerous game right now with just about 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in this quarter already.
Hey, you love to see that. 2-2-2.
Angel numbers right there. And here's the snap and the pass off, and looks like Saguaro makes the stop right there.
And it looks like that is number 2.
Q Skillings once again. And is the 3rd down for the Blackhawks right now. Saguaro making some stops little by little.
Right now, if I was the Blackhawks, I think my go-to person would definitely be Q. Q has just been unstoppable, especially on his run game. That's your go-to person. He already has 2 of your touchdowns.
I would definitely have to agree. So, definitely have to agree right there. Now, Saguaro is super important. Are you focusing all of your attention on Q right here, or are you kind of just continuing to what you're doing? And here we go, and we've got a touchdown from Q Skillings.
And like I said, they're that close to the yard line. Q is your go-to person that now makes that his 3rd touchdown.
3 touchdowns in one night, and it is not even the 4th quarter yet, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not. That is incredible right there. That is incredible. And mind you, Q is a senior, so he's definitely having a ball for his senior night right now. And can I just say, wow?
Absolutely. Great play right there by Williamsfield now.
This now makes this a 34-21 ball game with 1:34 left on the clock as they line up for the field goal. And kick is good. This now makes it a 35-21 ball game.
Now Saguaro is in a tough spot right now, but they have been down pretty much the entire game.
They've been down, but it's been a neck-and-neck game. They have not taken their foot off this gas yet, despite the fact that they are losing right now. But it's still been a very, very competitive ball game.
Absolutely. No, we've talked about it before. Saguaro's doing a really good job at keeping their composure. You know, they are still putting up touchdowns on the scoreboard. They are just slipping up just a little bit when it comes to players like Hugh Skillings just slipping through the cracks.
Right now, this is the time for Saguaro to make their presence known again. You know, again, this is another neck-and-neck competition. It is 35-21, and might I remind you, it is 1:34 left on that clock.
Definitely no.
So we're definitely going to see a lot of rushing going on for Saguaro right now.
Absolutely, and again, you know, Saguaro has been in this position where there's not much time left in the quarter, but they have been able to just make stuff happen. Now, they weren't able to execute in the second quarter. However, the score right now being 35-21 has got to light a fire under their toes right now.
As they line up for the kickoff, hopefully we can see another incredible run from Saguaro to put them up the field.
And we've got the receive from Saguaro. Sorry, Williamsfield, excuse me.
Right there, that is going to put Saguaro, I want to say, either at the 20-yard line. Sorry, correction, I want to say probably the 20. Oops, a little confetti going. I want to say that's going to put them at the 28 or 29-yard line. 29.
Right on the dot. Even first down for the SaberCats. They've got a little over a minute to try to respond to these last two touchdowns from Williamsfield. Excuse me.
Now, real question is, let's see what Saguaro's QB1 Marcel is able to make shake right now.
Definitely, I would say he should definitely continue to run it more, as Williamsfield hasn't fully grasped that. As I say that right now, of course. And then we got Marcel Jones running just out of bounds. The smart decision to make in that point of time right there, putting them at second down.
Right there, that was a smart move. He wasn't able to find any of his team members. So again, like he always does, he takes control by himself. Again, like I said, Coach Kelly preaches a lot about patience, and you know I think that's what he definitely embedded in his quarterback to make sure that he doesn't get frustrated and potentially throw the ball in a place or position that it should not be.
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree more that patience is extremely important for the SaberCats right now. And here we've got a quick pass off.
Looks like that was a run by number 9, Nico.
Now, Nico is definitely one of those players right now that you want to utilize with so little time left in the third quarter, and you are down by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, of course, especially where the ball is right now. Nico could definitely run through the Blackhawks defense right now to get them that first down that they really need.
Definitely. Here we are at the 3rd and 7, 37-yard line right now. As we await the snap, and there it is. And we've got Jones looking for his guys, and he is going to make the run for it himself.
And by the looks of it, unfortunately, they will be short, making it a 4th down. And looks like they're going to let the clock run out.
Still the score remains at 35-21 with Williamsfield in the lead. And right now as we end this quarter, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. And here we are with just the third quarter coming to an end. Now, we've got Saguaro down by 2 touchdowns, and we've got Williamsfield riding their touchdown high, especially with players like Q Skillings making those last 2 to 3 touchdowns for them. That is just amazing gameplay from them. Now we have the opportunity to see a lot of patience and composure from Saguaro, but as we get into the 4th quarter, it becomes crunch time to stay in this game.
No, you are definitely right. It is definitely crunch time right now as we enter the 4th quarter. This is now make or break. This game right now depends everything that's on the line right now. This is their last opportunity to put them up on the board and either win it all or unfortunately lose everything.
Absolutely. I mentioned it before the game started. This is a very good 6A matchup for these two teams. Very good teams, mind you.
Right now, they got the student section for the Blackhawks going crazy right there.
Definitely. And here we go as we start the 4th quarter at the 36-yard line for Saguaro with the 4th and 3. We've got a quick catch, but it is immediately stopped. I believe that
catch right there is made by number 81, right over there by the Blackhawks sideline.
Which does gives them a first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line now. Still down by 2 touchdowns for Saguaro. Every play right now is going to count.
This is now the time for them to put some more points on the board. Because if they don't, if they don't put points on the board right now and Blackhawks come back to score, this is going to make it a more difficult game for them.
Absolutely. And here we have the pass to number 3, Quentin Sims, as we mentioned before a couple times tonight.
Like I said before, right now for Saguaro, their go-to is definitely number 3, Quentin Sims. You got Oliver Green, and of course, you got number 9, Nico. Right now, those big 3 are definitely powering through.
Absolutely. Sims and Gibson and Procopio have just been amazing on the field tonight. And it looks like we've got a flag. I'm going to say it looks like to be a false start on Williamsfield for that one.
It's an offside call,
offsides.
Actually.
Offsides, excuse me. Offsides on Williamsfield. Sorry.
This now puts them exactly at, I would love to say, the 44-yard line.
I believe you should be 48.
48.
We've got Marcel Jones with a short pass right there, but it is enough to give them another first down, right, I believe, at the 52-yard line.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of short passes coming from Saguaro right there to get them up in this ball game, which is honestly has been working out very well for them, not throwing the deep passes and just really taking their time and just finding their guy.
Absolutely. We've seen, like you said, we've seen the short passes, and I want to, it's good that Saguaro is kind of saving those riskier, longer passes, right around the 20-yard line for their guys. And we've got a quick stop from Williamsfield's defense right there. Second down for Saguaro at the 46-yard line.
Right now, we've been seeing a lot of running, short passes coming from Saguaro's, run games, of course, coming from Nico. And it's just really impressive to see exactly how they're managing to keep into this game and gain their yardage without throwing any interceptions or just bad mistakes on penalties.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. We have the 2nd and 8, 46-yard line. We've got Marcel Jones with the ball, making a run for it. Cannot quite find anybody just yet. And he makes the pass to number 8, Jaden Wiseman, and it is good.
Jaden has been very, very approaching this the past couple of quarters right now. We've been calling his name quite a bit, making some good plays for his team right there, putting them up on the board.
Absolutely. Sorry.
That was exactly what they needed right there. Right now, they've been moving very swiftly throughout this quarter, just gaining yardage to move them up, hopefully, into that red zone right there.
Definitely, with so much time left in this quarter, those short passes are definitely going to be what's going to help them, Even if it only results into 1 touchdown, there's still plenty of time to catch up to the Blackhawks right now. And
looks like we have a flag on the play.
Looks like we got a false start on Saguaro for that one.
That's not exactly what Sorrel needs right now to in this ball game right now.
Definitely not. You know, we've seen quite the eagerness from them. You know, we've seen just a couple missed communication passes, and now we've got just a couple false starts from them. You know, it's interesting to see if they will be able to bounce back from this while they're at the 1st and 15, the 41-yard line. And here's the snap. We've got Marcel Jones making the run for it for just a couple yards. Looks like Jones lost his helmet in that run right there. And we are going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Varsity Sports, I'm Tomas Perez. We're in the fourth quarter right now, 8 minutes to go. It is 35-21 with the Williams Field in the lead. The SaberCats are going strong. They definitely have some challenges right now. Let's see what the fourth quarter brings us in this last half of Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have got just about 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Score still 35-21 with Williamsfield leading. And here we got Marcel Jones with the ball, making a run for it, looking for his guys. And it looks like that pass was intended to number 8, Jaden Wiseman, but looks like he was put under just a little bit more pressure right there.
Right now with that pressure that's
and we're going to take another quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I have worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that quick commercial break. We've got just under 8 minutes left to go in the game. Score is still 35-21, Williamsfield leading. We got 3rd and 15 right now for Saguaro. We've got Marcel Jones making a long pass, and it is incomplete right there with pressure from Williamsfield right there. That pass looked like it was intended for number 8, once again, Jaden Wiseman. Now, Heaven, that was a very long pass, one of the longest passes that Jones is trying to make this game.
Excuse me, by the looks of it, we have a flag on the field. Holding
call on Saguaro. Once again, a penalty you do not want to have right now if you are Saguaro, and that is going to bring them to a 4th and 15 right now.
This is the position that you don't want to be in if you were Saguaro right now. With the close of a ball game it is, it's 7 minutes left on the clock and 39 seconds. Score is 35-21.
Definitely no.
4th and 15. This is all or nothing, and it looks like they are going to go for it.
As we've seen Saguaro kind of make the same call before, it has worked for them before, so it'll be, let's see what Saguaro brings to the table right now. And it looks like we've got timeout for the Blackhawks right now. And we've got just about 7.5 minutes left to go in this game. Now, that tough position for Saguaro to be in right now. A very long pass from Jones to just not be completed. And then a holding call on Saguaro once again. Now, Heaven, how are you feeling if you were Darius Kelly?
I would probably be very calm and composed. Yes, a little bit on edge, but you can't let frustration get the best of you. You cannot let it be known or just shown, because if you do, then your players will definitely see it and feel it, and then they're going to start reflecting that on the field, and that's something that you don't want as a coach. Right now, yes, despite the fact that they are down, this is still a very close ball game.
Yeah, definitely. We've mentioned it quite a few times. Darius Kelly preaches about patience, 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 and it is extremely important for Saguaro to kind of keep this saying going, keep the composure. Still 7.5 minutes left to go in the game. There's plenty of time for ample opportunity from them.
Right now, as they line up.
For the 4th and 15 at the 41-yard line, we've got Jones with the ball. And we've got another long pass. Will it make? And it looks like it is good, ladies and gentlemen, to Quentin.
That pass is incomplete.
Okay, and it's incomplete for that one right there with a flag on the play.
That's something that you do not want to see for Saguaro right there. That play right there was definitely an important play for them right now. But unfortunately, they just were not able to convert on that pass right there.
Absolutely. That would have been a really good defining moment for Saguaro in this game right now. But great defense from Williamsfield right now.
Right now, as they line up, they are now at the 41-yard. Blackhawks have the ball. The score is 35-21 with 7 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock.
And here's the snap. And we've got the pass off from Barjona to
I believe that was number 3, Quentin. Yep, that was Quentin Sens right there. Oops, correction, I am so sorry.
To John Booker.
John Booker, thank you.
So, both threes for this game have just done so much. It's hard to keep track of which one is making stuff happen. We've got this 2nd and 6 right now for the Blackhawks at the 46-yard line. Here we are waiting for the snap. We've got a timeout
by the Blackhawks.
And we're going to go take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with just about 7.5 minutes left to go. On the 2nd and 6 for the Blackhawks at the 46-yard line. Score still 35-21. And here we've got the pass and a run.
Looks like by number 26.
Corshawn Hill with the run, and he is still going, and looks like it is a touchdown for the Blackhawks once again.
Unfortunately, we have a flag on the play right there. Not sure what the...
I think it might regard to number 25 from Saguaro that Corshawn Hill kind of bulldozed right there. I could be wrong.
Holding
call. Okay.
It was actually a holding call on the Blackhawks, which means that touchdown is not going to count.
You know, two plays back-to-back for, you know, Saguaro and Williamsfield to have huge runs and huge catches to ultimately result into nothing due to a holding call. Now it seems, you know, holding call coming from Williamsfield seems to be stemming from, you know, a lot of excitement. You know, 35-21 is a pretty good lead right now to have against Saguaro, but holding calls like that is what's going to leave you down. And here we have the snap. It is once again Korshawn Hill trying to make a repeat of that play, and he might have just, looks like it is a touchdown from Korshawn Hill.
Right there, he just showed the refs, you know, okay, you know, they called the flag on him, but right there they answered back and scored that touchdown, which now makes this a 41-21 game. The Blackhawks are up by 20 points right now. This is now a 20-point ball game with 7 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock.
This is a very, you know, this game has gone in all sorts of directions so far. This is, before it was coming from a touchdown to touchdown game, now resulting in a 20-point lead from the Blackhawks. Now it is a lot to come back from if you are Saguaro.
As they line up for the field goal.
And it looks like it is good, bringing the score to 42-21, the Blackhawks leading.
This has been a very, very interesting ball game right now. We had a lot of back and forth, and right now it's looking like the Blackhawks are defending their territory right on their home turf.
Absolutely, you know, you've mentioned a lot, having that home court advantage, and it being the senior night. You have, you know, as Williamsfield, you want to bring everything you have to the field to ensure that win. And this will be a huge opportunity to see what Saguaro is going to respond with, being down 21 points right now.
This right here has just been a very tough ball game for both of them, and also a very impressive night for the Blackhawks for their senior night as well.
Absolutely. Now we've got just about 7 minutes left in the game. Saguaro is about to receive the ball from Williamsfield. Definitely we have got some anticipation from Saguaro's side, hoping to bridge this gap just a little bit. And here we are preparing for the kick. And we've got a flag on the play. Now, could this be another false start? You know, Williamsfield has, the last couple times they've kicked the ball, it has resulted in a false start.
Right now, the score is 42-21, 7 minutes and 4 seconds left on that clock. Saguaro does have the football. Like I said before, in the last couple rounds, this is now the time for them to potentially put some points on the board. But unfortunately, if they do not score within this mark right here, this will look like a very, very tough game for them to even get back into. But despite the fact, you know, if they win or lose, they've put their all on the field and have played an impressive game, offensively and defensively.
Absolutely, I could not agree more with that one.
As the Blackhawks huddle up on the field, they are now making their way onto the turf to kick off the ball.
We've got, again, once again, anticipation from Saguaro to hopefully try and get some more points on the board for them tonight. And here's the kick right now.
It's a good long kick.
And Saguaro runs the ball to start.
That is number 8. That is Jadon Wiseman right there. Very impressive run right there by Wiseman, being able to just maneuver his way up this field. This now puts him, I believe, at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, couldn't agree. I was going to say 35-yard line. First and 10, just under 7 minutes to go. That's plenty of time to hopefully put some more points on the board for them. Now, you've got Marcel Jones, who has been making pretty good decisions tonight. He's either made some really good passes or he has ran the ball. But then you've got players like Nico Procopio, Quentin Sims, who have just been all over the field tonight.
Again, like I said, those are the people that you definitely do got to be worried about while in this game.
And here's the run, and it is enough for another first down for Saguaro.
That right there was number 8. That was Jadon Wiseman again. Can I just say, very impressive right there. A very impressive run. And looks like we have a timeout, but looks like it's by Saguaro.
Definitely. Amazing run from Jadon Wiseman. Again, another player who has just been all over the field for Saguaro, really making these plays count for them.
Right now, this is definitely an edge of the seat moment for them.
Absolutely. It's as Saguaro, you don't want to have another loss of the game. Lost a very close game last week. Right now, they're at a 20-point deficit right now against Williams Field. And they are eager to go into their game next week against Brophy, hopefully on a win.
Right now, so far, we'll see what happens within that week. But right now, can I just say the Blackhawks have just been putting on quite a very impressive show for them, especially with it being their senior night.
Absolutely. We mentioned it before. It being senior night has got to just really add in the more excitement with them, and then again, being at home, they want to secure that win no matter what it takes.
Of course. Oh, looks like we have a little push-up competition going on in the student section. Giving a little sparky.
Now, if that's not school spirit, I don't know what is.
Makes me think of an ASU football game.
And we've got the pass to number 3, Quentin Sims, one of the players we've mentioned a couple times tonight, being all over the field and getting some yards for Saguaro. It looks like this is going to be enough for a second down.
2nd and 5. This is now, again, 6 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock.
And they're at the 39-yard line, inching closer. And we've got a run from Jones, and it looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. For first and 10, 6.5 minutes to go. And with Marcel Jones running with the ball, that is going to create ample opportunity for the SaberCats.
That right there was just impressive. Again, Marcel has just been on fire tonight for his team. Of course, being a quarterback, he's just been able to find his teammates and also just run the ball himself.
Definitely. The 37-yard line, first and 10 for the SaberCats. We've got Jones with the throw, and it looks like it is just going to end up out of bounds with number 3, Quentin Sims once again. Now, it's the right guy you want to pass to, but unfortunately, it's just a little too close to out of bounds. We're at the 2nd and 10 right now, still at the 37-yard line. 6 minutes left to go in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the snap. We've got Marcel Jones trying to recreate, and that is to number 8, Jadon Wiseman.
Jadon has been doing a very, very great way of passing the ball.
Definitely. He, again, kind of part of that, trio we've got going on that is just all over the field, really helping out their team. And it looks like that is going to be enough for a first down once again for Saguaro. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line with just under 6 minutes left to go. And here's a snap. We've got Jones running with the ball, trying to decide, and it looks like he's found one of his guys, and he is stopped immediately from the Williams Field defense right there.
That right there was just an impressive catch right there by number 3, Quentin Sims right there for Saguaro. being able to just make that impressive catch while the pressure is coming to your quarterback is just very, very good.
Definitely. And an impressive stop for number 13. I want to say it was Russell Moss for Williams Field right there. And we at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 3 right now. Marcel Jones looking for his guy. And number 4, Oliver Gibson, catches the ball, but unfortunately trips just a little bit.
This right now is putting them even closer to that end zone right there. This is now turning into a very, 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 very close game with 5 minutes and less than 5 minutes on the clock. They are now at the 14-yard line.
Absolutely. Here we've got Marcel looking, and it is just a little too far over his head. Intended for number 4, once again, Oliver Gibson. Leaving them at the 2nd and 10. Still at the 14-yard line with 5 minutes left to go in this game.
We're hearing a lot of air horns right now for the Blackhawks section. The fans and parents are going crazy right now.
Absolutely. You know, you almost wish that Saguaro themselves over on the other side of the field had some air horns just to keep it more interesting.
Then still a close game right now.
And we've got Marcel Jones running with the ball. And looks like it is going to be a touchdown for Saguaro, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7, Marcel Jones with a touchdown.
Can I just say, wow. I believe that is Marcel's 2nd touchdown of tonight. This now makes it a 42-27 game with 4 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely. You know, we've mentioned it again and again tonight. The runs from Marcel Jones have just been outstanding when he gets that done. Close now, once again, closer of a game with just under 5 minutes left to go in this game. Saguaro is not giving up yet.
As they line up for the field goal.
And we've got Ivan Salgado once again with a good kick.
This is now a 42-28 ball game with 4 minutes and 58 seconds left on this clock. Still a lot of game left. Saguaro does have the chance and opportunity.
Definitely. And we are going to do a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. With an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And we are right back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about 4 minutes and 58 seconds left of this game with 42-28. Saguaro with another touchdown to hopefully get closer in the score gap. Now that was an amazing touchdown from Marcel Jones, the quarterback, who has not only been making amazing passes to his players, but that is his 2nd touchdown of the night, proving that when you need something done, sometimes you just got to do it yourself.
Right now, this has been like you said, this game has just been super competitive right now. It's been actually very, very exciting to watch. You know, just being on the edge of your seat, witnessing their senior year is just their senior night is impressive right now. Saguaro has been putting their foot on the gas.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And here's the kick receive right now. Looks like there is a fight for the ball. Sorry, it's tussle for the ball, not a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that word could be very confusing to
exactly.
people.
To quickly correct myself on that one. Now it is a little hard to see who has the ball, but it looks like it's going to be Saguaro due to their cheering and celebration. With a nice recover from Saguaro, giving them the possession right back. Once again, just under 5 minutes left to go. Saguaro just scored a touchdown, and they are looking to score another one to close this score gap right now.
Right now, this is exactly what Saguaro needs right now to get them back into this ball game. Again, it is only 4 minutes and 58 seconds left on the clock, but again, it's still a lot of game left. The score is 42-28. Anything could happen right now as they line up exactly on that 47-yard line.
Absolutely. Just like you said, this is exactly what they needed. First and 10. Here we are waiting for the snap. And here's Marcel Jones making a quick pass to Looks, and we've got a flag on the play.
Straight play goes for a short gain.
By the looks of it, I believe it was number 30 right there for Saguaro. And like you said, there is a flag on the play. And it looks like that flag is going to be on Saguaro.
Not what you want right after you recover the ball. However, there is still ample time and ample opportunity if you are Saguaro. Still first down for Saguaro right now.
That is not what you like to hear as soon as you get the ball. That was a 5-yard penalty, putting them at the 52-yard line now.
And here's the snap. We've got Marcel Jones looking for one of his guys, and he is going to make the run himself. And it looks like that might be just short of a first down for Marcel Jones.
Right there, that was just impressive again by Marcel. He has definitely been the key player for his team tonight when it comes to running the ball, throwing the ball.
Absolutely, and I will correct myself. That was enough for a first down, ladies and gentlemen. Marcel Jones once again making it happen. You've got the 37-yard line with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. This game is far from over. We've got Marcel Jones making a run once again, trying to look for one of his guys. Makes a throw out of bounds. Now, tough spot to be in as you're, as Jones right there. Trying to make the run, but you are getting pressured just a little bit, but you want to make the pass. Unfortunate mistake right there.
Again, that was a very smart decision by Marcel, being able to just throw that ball into the outside of the field, because the pressure that he's receiving right now from the Blackhawks is just they're not letting down. They know that he's going to run the ball if he does not find his players.
Absolutely, it's interesting to see Williamsfield kind of cover him now, and looks like that is going to be an incomplete pass. Looks like it was intended to number 9, Nico Procopio. And like I was saying, it's interesting to see Williamsfield really putting their foot down on the pressure for Marcel Jones, as he has made a lot of runs tonight for Saguaro.
And by the look of it, looks like they're lining up on that 37-yard line.
And we are on the 3rd and 10 right now with just about 4.5 minutes left to go in this game. We've got Marcel Jones trying to figure out what the best decision is right now. And we've got the pass and a quick stop pass to number 4, Oliver Gibson, and tackle by 21 for Williamsfield, Sean Boyd Jr.
That right there makes it 4th and 10 right there for Saguaro right there. They're definitely going to go for it as they're right there by the 1st-yard line.
Absolutely. And here we've got Marcel Jones trying to make another long pass, and it is no good. Pass was intended for Oliver Gibson, and it looks like it will be turning into Williamsfield possession now.
By the looks of it, that will be a turnover for Saguaro, which now makes this a 3-minute and 57 game with the Blackhawks up with 42-28.
Definitely kind of a tough position for Saguaro to be in with just under 4 minutes to go, and they're still down in this game. But now once again, we've got Williamsfield with possession of the ball, trying to close out this game with no more touchdowns from Saguaro. And we've got the snap and the quick pass. And we've got a long run by none other than 26, Corshawn Hill, and it looks to be a touchdown for Williams Field.
That right there that's something that it was very impressive for the Blackhawks, but unfortunately it was very unfortunate for Saguaro right now as they just turned the ball over, and of course Blackhawks come back and finish it with a touchdown.
Definitely. Now once again making it a 20-point lead as Williams Field makes another touchdown. Kind of we've talked about it before, keeping their foots down onto Saguaro. But nonetheless, amazing run from Corshon Hill.
This is now a 48-28 ball game as they line up for the field goal right now.
And here's the kick from Williams Field, and it is good, making the score a 49-28 lead, ladies and gentlemen.
This is now a 21-point ball game. Can I just say, wow.
Wow is indeed the word of the night.
Right now, it's just been pretty.
And we are just going to bring it to a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show with the last 3.5 minutes of Saguaro versus Williams Field. Scores 49-28 with just a huge run from none other than 26 from Williams Field, Corshon Hill. Heaven, what's your takeaway right now in this game?
Right now, I can just tell you the Blackhawks, they did not come to play. They came, this is their senior night, their home turf. They said, this is our house. But something that I really do want to just put out, and I really did love from Saguaro, was just their confidence and really just their passion for it. And right there, that was an incredible run by number 8. That was Jadon Wiseman right there.
Absolutely. Saguaro, regardless of what the score has been at all tonight, Saguaro has really given it their entire stamina in every single play. And like you said, you've got to give Saguaro credit for all that they've done tonight. Especially with the players, Marcel Jones, as the QB himself, has done an amazing job with some certain passes and has done amazing at running the ball himself. But then we've got kind of the trio going on. Quentin Sims, Oliver Gibson, actually, 4 of them actually, Jaden Wiseman and Nico Procopia have just done an outstanding job at running the ball tonight.
Right now, as they line up on that 39-yard line.
And we've got a quick stop, and I believe
the run was by number 30 for Saguaro.
Number 30 from Saguaro, Brig Randall. With just about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, it is now the 2nd and 6. You're at the 39-yard line for Saguaro right now. Saguaro doing their best to continue to stay alive in this game. And here's a snap, and we got a quick pass to number 30 once again, Brig Randall. Number 7, Marcel Jones continues to have the ball. My mistake.
Marcel's been doing quite a good job with running the ball for his team, getting the yardage that they do need, and so I definitely do think that throughout this game, his runs have definitely led them a great amount this game, of course, with a few of their touchdowns as well.
Absolutely. And I must say, even myself was tricked with that pass right now, and I think they have just done a really good job. And like you said, Marcel Jones has just done an amazing job at running the ball himself tonight.
By the looks of it, they're actually moving up the field.
And it looks like we've got a penalty call against Williams Field.
Unfortunately, weren't able to hear that call, but it definitely had to have been very hefty to the point that they are now lined up at the 30-yard, I want to say.
Yeah, 30-yard line, 1st and 10 with just under 3 minutes left to go. And we've got number 14 with the ball right now, and he is almost to the touchdown yard line. We've got Xavier Jackson with the ball in the run.
That was very impressive right there, and for them to get that penalty and then able to make that drive all the way up into the end zone right there.
Absolutely. Capital, especially with such a huge penalty like that, it's important as a team you really do your best to capitalize on that. And I think Saguaro did an amazing job at that, being at the 4-yard line. And looks like number 14 once again. It is good. Xavier Jackson with the touchdown, bringing the score 49-34, keeping Saguaro alive. Once again, letting you know that they are still in this game and it is not over yet with 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Right now, I'm pretty sure Coach Kelly is definitely telling his team, keep your heads up, keep staying focused in this game. Still a lot of game left. Anything could happen. So far, like you said, the score is 49-34 with less than 2 minutes on the clock.
And the kick from none other than Ivan Salgado is good once again, bringing the score to 49-35. Williams Field still in the lead.
Right now, still a lot of ball game left. That was very impressive right there, and very, very, very interesting that the Blackhawks let a penalty off like that, especially with how high they are up in this game. You would think that's the last thing they want to let go right now.
Absolutely. I can only imagine, the coach for Williams Field trying to
Coach Campbell,
yeah, making sure that his team knows that regardless of how much time is left in the game, that is not a penalty you want to give up. And as it is, it resulted into a touchdown for Saguaro.
Right now, as they're going to kick it off to the Blackhawks right now. Right now, Saguaro just needs to keep their defense 100% and stop the ball game for them. But I feel with the competitiveness that's been going on offensively on both sides, I feel like that's going to be a very difficult time with this time limit that they have right now.
Absolutely. And here we are, 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. We've got Williams Field receiving the ball.
That right there is going to put them at, I would like to say, the 45-yard line.
We've got number 9 with the receiving catch right there, Trey Smith.
Correction, is going to put them at the 43.
And we've got a quick huddle from Coach Campbell trying to let his team know, remind them of how much time is left on the clock and what they need to do with it.
Right now for Saguaro, every play, every catch, every defense, everything is very, 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 everything means everything right now.
Absolutely. Just like you said it, everything right now is going to matter. And here we are waiting for the snap at the 1st and 10, 43-yard line. And here's the quick pass off. And it is stopped by Saguaro's defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, following the game, our marching band will take the field to perform their award-winning show that earned first place.
By the looks of it, that was a run by...
Stay and celebrate their success.
I would like to say...
I'm going to be honest, I could not quite catch the player. I lost him in the crowd.
Oh, looks like we have a small little timeout right now.
We've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this game. The 2nd and 7th for Williams Field. Now, you mentioned it before, for Saguaro, everything is going to count right now, coming down to even just the kick. What are your thoughts right now, Heaven?
Right now, you cannot afford mistakes. You cannot afford mistakes. You cannot afford penalties. You can't afford anything of a game like this.
Absolutely. And here we are resuming the game at 2nd and 7, 46-yard line. Like I said, 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. And here is the snap. And we've got a flag on the play. And then we've got lost sight of the ball into the crowd of the cheerleaders, actually, ladies and gentlemen. But I think everyone's okay over there.
Unfortunately, we almost had a slight little accident with the Blackhawks cheerleader right there. Thank God that she is okay.
Absolutely. As we await for the latest flag on the play. Looks like this is going to be on Saguaro.
Again, like I said, right now is not a time. This is not a time to afford mistakes or penalties. This is a very close game, and right now they just got their first penalty.
Absolutely. You know, again, we already talked about it, but everything counts. And, you know, making mistakes like this is going to make it a lot harder for them to try and bridge that score gap. Now, this is another opportunity for Williamsfield to try to continue to push Saguaro down even further.
Which now makes them exactly at the 39-yard line, which is just not what Saguaro wants right now.
A very dangerous area for Williamsfield to be in, as we've seen from previous gameplay. And here's the snap and the quick handoff. And just short of another, I want to say just short another first down. I could be wrong.
By the looks of it, it seems like they are short.
We've got just about 2 minutes left in this game with Williamsfield in possession of the ball. Score is still 49-35 right now, with coaches reconvening with their team to try and figure out what to do next.
Like I said, right now, Saguaro, you know, you just cannot afford penalties right now. I understand it's less than 2 minutes on the clock, about to entering that 1 minute mark, but you still got to give it all you got.
Absolutely. Regardless of how much time is left on the clock, you need to make sure you're not taking your foot off the gas, if you will. And right as we continue back on the gameplay, once again, we are at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 3 for Williamsfield with 2 minutes left on the clock. And here's a snap and a quick handoff. And that is going to be enough for a first down for Williamsfield right there.
Again, something that you don't want to see.
You know, as Saguaro now is really, really crunch time to make sure we are tightening up that defense.
It's now 1 minute and 30 left. 1 minute and 35, actually less than 30, really. And the Blackhawks right now are on that 28-yard line.
Inching closer and closer to the touchdown yard. And this is a dangerous area for Williamsfield, as we've seen the way they've dominated this part of the field tonight.
And it's time for the best formation in football. Victory formation for goal, Williamsfield Blackhawks. 60 seconds and counting to the end of the game.
With 50 seconds left to go in this game. And it looks like Williamsfield will
winner on the field. They are in first place at last weekend's Avoda competition called Yacht Show. They'll be performing their award-winning show following the game.
We've got just about 37 seconds left.
Looks like they are going to run the clock to end this game, which means the Blackhawks did take the win, making this a 49-35 point game. And can I just say, very impressive right there for Saguaro right there, coming out here on their home turf.
Definitely, you know, with Williamsfield in that win next week, they have got Higley playing Halloween night. And we've got Saguaro with Brophy next Friday. Now, regardless of taking the score out of the equation, this was, I think, a great game for Saguaro. Amazing runs from the quarterback and the players we've mentioned before. But again, unfortunately, Williamsfield just outplayed them, resulting in the win, 49-35.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Heaven Cook reporting here for Varsity Sports, and I'm here with
Carmen Liberto, and we will see you guys next time.